Hey everybody, welcome. Howdy. Alrighty. Here's Vormithrax trying to class the joint up a bit. How do you do these Q&A thingies? All I know how to do is play games. Welcome everybody, greetings, I am Vormithrax. You all know that. I am here to talk at you for a little bit and, you know, play a little bit of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead with a random character. No, there has not been a big update for Cataclysm. I have no idea what's going on with Cataclysm. None whatsoever. None. Yeah. So, I saw Xeric had a wonder. He wondered in YouTube chat. No big update for CDDA. I mean, well, maybe. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I have been enjoying my glorious break from Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So what are we going to do today? Today we're going to talk. I'm going to talk about things for the channel, the year that is past, the stuff coming up in the year to go, all that kind of stuff. Get your guys' questions, you know. And then after I do a little bit of talkie-talkie, I'll hop over into Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. We'll fire up just random. We'll just play a random character while we chat. So hopefully you guys got a few questions. Otherwise, it's just me, you know, pontificating constantly. We'll see. So we'll save that for just a little bit later. We'll give some folks a chance to find out that I'm here. Probably should have tried to get this notification out a little earlier, but I just suddenly decided to do an end of the year howdy. So here we are. Hey there, Murder. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Soon to be over. All right, let me check a few things. I've been doing a lot of fiddling, and I just need to make sure of a few things before we get things rolling here. But yeah, I figured a end of the year Cataclysm stream might be something people be interested in. All right. Everything's looking fine, I think. Can't stop fiddling with my mic. It's such a habit. Going into the new year without much sleep. Who, me or you? I'm always without much sleep. So I assume you're talking about yourself. Hey there, Ignellus. Greetings.
Happy New Year.
Thanks much for the resub over on the Twitch. Okay. Nice library. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. I just about fit in there okay without it looking too weird. Figure it would help have a background instead of me just floating head on top of game. But we'll get to that here in a little bit. Happy New Year in 3 hours for Germany. Yeah, we're a ways off here. It's only 2 p.m. my time, so we got 10 hours before we hit the new year here. So this is an afternoon stream for me. All right, let's do some chit chat. So let's see. I just got a few things I want to chat about, and then we'll pop over into Cataclysm. Floating head on top of game is best floating head. All right. Channel update. Let's talk about the year past. 2023. So the big change, the initial big change everybody hopefully knows about is I stopped playing Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead back in July. I think it was like July 7 or something like that when I actually stopped streaming it over on Twitch. I had like a month and a half of backed up footage that still hadn't appeared on YouTube, so the YouTube folks didn't notice that I stopped playing Cataclysm until mid-August or late August or something like that. Whoa. Well, hey there. Well, hey there, Dat Pon Pon. Thank you very much. I gratefully accept your big pile of gift subs over on Twitch. Let me see. I got to move my chat screen around a little bit so I can throw out some zombie dog appreciation. Yeah, let's go old school. Old school zombie dog appreciation. There you go. Please continue playing Cataclysm. Do not take this stream as any indication that I'm going to be playing a whole bunch of Cataclysm in the near future. I am not done with my break. This is just a end of the year. It's been 6 months. Let's throw them a little Cataclysm bone. So, yeah, no guarantees. What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, so Cataclysm. I stopped playing back in July, streaming it on Twitch. Then the YouTube videos ran out mid-August, late August time frame. Since then, I have been completely Cataclysm free. I've just about gotten all the Cataclysm drugs out of my system. Now we're just waiting for my enthusiasm. So the reason I stopped playing Cataclysm, for people who may not know, is I was doing all Cataclysm all day for 6 straight years. So much Cataclysm. Oh my god, so much Cataclysm. You guys have no idea. I mean, the streamed Cataclysm that you viewed is only about half of the actual Cataclysm time I was putting in, because I was also reading all the Discords, all the Reddits, all the YouTube comments, all the updates for the game, every single day, doing tutorials, answering questions. I was all over it for 6 years. No breaks. I think the longest break I took in that time was like 2 weeks, when I was sick. I was dead sick once for 2 weeks. And that was the longest break I took. So I finally said, I just can't do it anymore. I burned out. I finally, I mean, I kept cutting back my hours. I stopped answering questions on their Cataclysm Discords and so on. But even then, eventually, I just couldn't do it anymore. Lost my enthusiasm, was tired of doing the same stuff over and over and over and over again. So yeah, so I stopped. I decided to just go cold turkey, and I completely stopped. I have not kept up on any of the Cataclysm stuff. I don't have the faintest idea what the current status is, any drama that's going on. I don't know any of it. So all I did today was update my build through my launcher, and I'm on the most recent experimental build. And we're just going to jump in here in a little bit after I get done with the talkie part, and we'll do some random character Cataclysm. I got a really good laugh when I wanted to test things to make sure my stuff was still working, where I knew I went into the random game world just to make sure my updated build was working. And it gave me something called New World Order, I think, as the scenario. And apparently it's one where you're expected to set up a faction camp. And I had minions immediately and, you know, all that stuff I just don't care about. I thought that was funny. It gave me probably the one that I was least interested in and saddled me with some minions, and there we go. So I nuked that one. Hopefully they don't hand me that one again when I hit random here in a little bit. But yeah. So yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. So much Cataclysm over such a long period of time. It is the game that the channel built, so I was very worried that what would happen when I stopped playing the cornerstone game that the channel was built on. So yeah, you know, I had concerns. For the most part, they were unrealized concerns. There wasn't a huge difference in channel support for when I was actively doing the Cataclysm and when I stopped. Yeah. But lately, December, channel support dove off a cliff. So, you know, I'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little bit. Either Desakun, thank you very much for some bit tips. Appreciate that. So I stopped playing in July. We moved on to other kinds of games that I wanted to focus more attention on, more of a medley variety stream of games, still in my wheelhouse of survival games and strategy games and stuff like that. Some of the stuff you guys were interested in, some of you weren't. I was surprised by some things you guys liked and, you know, horrified at other things you didn't like. But, all in all, it kind of muddled along at about the same level. So, what we're doing now is I'm just, you know, doing a recap. So, a couple things I wanted to talk about. The Cataclysm stream was one. Another big change that I made was, what is it, a month back? 2 months back? I forget exactly when. But Twitch changed their rules on multi-streaming. And if you don't know what that is, it is where a streamer who is partnered, because there's different rules for different statuses over on Twitch. But I was not previously allowed to multi-stream, which is I create a stream, I send it and then it splits and it gets sent out to all the different sites. It goes to YouTube, goes to Kick, goes to Twitch, and so on. I couldn't do that previously, but they changed their rules, and with a couple of small restrictions, I can now do so. So that was a big change, because previously I would stream to Twitch, then I would chop up. I'd take my rusty axe and I would do a hatchet job on the video, chop it into chunks, and then I would upload it to YouTube, and you guys would see it over on the YouTube side in those 1-hour chunks. But now it's all live. Everybody's there. Everybody can see. Everybody can interact. Everybody can chat, and so on. I much prefer that method. I'm much happier going with the live stream. It's just easier and a lot less hassle, especially on the YouTube side. And it's more interactive for everybody. That's great. What it isn't is it is not friendly for the YouTube algorithms. It's terrible for the YouTube algorithms. I mean, 5-6 hour videos that have very little discoverability over on YouTube. I don't even know if you guys get notifications on the videos, because on average, there's about 8 to 10 of you fine YouTube folks actually watching the YouTube live streams. I mean, it's a really, really tiny number. So I was curious over time if that would grow and people would realize and so on. But no, it's been staying really, really low the entire time. So it has had a fairly significant impact on the revenue that the channel can bring in on the YouTube side, just because it's just terribly unfriendly for the algorithm, doesn't like this kind of content, and discoverability is bad, and so on. So, you know, that's one of the things that's going on. But overall, people seem to like and prefer the live streams. I just don't know, from watching the metrics, people a lot of times only watch like 15 minutes of a 5-hour live stream. So I'm still undecided on how to do that on the YouTube side. My preference would be to keep streaming live and let you guys interact and all that, but it's kind of tough. The transition, the abrupt transition, has had a few snags that I'm still kind of investigating and taking a look at. But there we are. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? So the multi-streaming, stop playing CDDA, you guys all know that. December channel support dropped significantly. All across the board, it was weird, because September, October, November, pretty good, fine, going up, and then December, bam, crashed. So I don't know. You guys spent all your money over on the other places, which is fine. I'm not begging. But as I always have talked about, for channel support, super, super important. And I can't continue to do this kind of stuff without your guys' support, especially with the changes on the YouTube side. That's where it's hurting the most. But even over on the Twitch side, it's gotten a little rocky. And I know a lot of that is on my side, because in December, I was actually not streaming nearly as much. I got some things coming up that I'll talk about in a minute. Some channel expansion plans. And that took a lot of my time away. Plus, I had 3 days where I couldn't use my left hand because I was getting really severe pain in the ligaments between my thumb and my forefinger. So I took like 3 days off to make sure that went away, and it's good now. It finally went away. It's the first time I've ever had that happen, and I've been using computers and keyboards like 16 hours a day for decades, and I've never had any problems with my hands. But yeah, so I took a few days off to make sure that cleared up. And then like a week after that, I managed to carve a good-sized chunk out of the tip of this finger with my shaving razor. I just went, whoop. somehow I just managed to put my hands together, and my shaving razor took a divot out of one of my fingers. So that slowed me down. That was another few days where I couldn't do much with the computer. And then I've been working really hard on getting an expansion for the channel. So my streaming time has been pretty low. So I know part of the downgrade in the channel stuff is because I haven't been on as much. So, hey, go away. There we are. So yeah, so that's another thing. What else? Before I talk about the new changes, for folks that aren't aware, I will reiterate. Small channels, of which I am very much a small channel for YouTube, Twitch, and so on, really support on or rely on your guys' direct support. The advertising revenue is terrible, and especially for niche games, niche products, small projects, and so on, it's really bad. So if you guys can see your way to every once in a while tossing some support to any channel, not just mine necessarily, if you have other channels that you really enjoy and you want to support, please remember to do so. Tiny bits. All it takes is tiny bits from enough people. If even 1% of my my YouTube subscriber base tossed me $5 a month, we would never be having this conversation, and I would just turn off advertising on YouTube, let you guys watch the stuff without advertising. But I can't because they don't, so here we are. Sounds like you're cursed to play games you don't enjoy. No, not at all. I really enjoy the category of games that I play. I just can't stand the blockbuster stuff. I really don't enjoy the blockbuster stuff anymore. It drives me nuts playing that kind of stuff. So, can you get paying subs on YouTube? Yep, I'm going to talk about that. So that's where we're at. We're talking about the various ways you can go about trying to help mine or other channels, especially the smaller guys. Over on the YouTube side, it's always going to be very important to, you've heard it a million times, like, comment, and subscribe. That's the lowest level of being able to support a channel. It interacts with the metrics in a pretty significant way. When all you do is type comments in, it shows engagement with the content. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more direct, there's the super chat. You have a super chat option. If you look down on your screen a little bit, if you're watching on YouTube, there should be a super chat option. That's basically a direct tip where you can say, all right, here's $5 Vormithrax or whoever. That's a one-time thing. And then there's also channel memberships. So there's a member or membership button down there as well. I got a bunch of different membership levels. They do absolutely nothing. I'm not a big fan of gating content or giving rewards for more support and all that. If you got $1, you can send a month, send $1. If you got $5, send $5. Whatever. You pick the tier. It's whatever you feel like the channel content is worth. So do whatever you can there. Over on the Twitch side, it's the usual bit tips, as we've had a few roll in here recently. And tiered subs. I don't know if a lot of people know that there's actually multiple tiers for the sub that you put into a channel. There's the regular like $5 tier, then I think it's $10 and $25. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Those are more significant than they seem. It's not just the dollar amount. They actually magnify or multiply a metric behind the scenes in qualifying for better numbers from Twitch, better payout numbers. So it's actually magnified if you can support at a higher tier level over on Twitch. And then there's the gift subs. Lots of great people are dropping gift subs on occasion, which is very generous and very helpful. If you don't like Twitch, you don't like YouTube, I try to make other options available. There's Patreon. Most people, I think, have heard of Patreon. And it's like a membership thing as well. There are various levels there that you can support at. Mostly, the only benefits to doing so, other than providing the support at various levels, is your name on my Discord is a pretty color, and it's a different color based on the support level. That's about it. Because like I said, I don't like gating stuff. And then I've recently set up another very cool option, Ko-fi. So Ko-fi. A lot of people pronounce it coffee, and that's kind of what they lean into is, hey, buy me a coffee. But it's actually pronounced Ko-fi. It's like no fee, Ko-fi. That's how it's pronounced. Same thing, very simple interface, very simple thing to do to just send some support. You can either pick your own direct donation amount, or you can set up a recurring monthly thing, just like a subscription. So very simple, Patreon and Ko-fi. And then there's always, of course, the channel has a PayPal account, so you can just send directly to the PayPal account you want. So in order of ways that are more efficient, the direct to PayPal is the most efficient. Patreon and Ko-fi are the next lowest fees between your content creator and you. And then it gets kind of progressively worse from there, depending on which platform you're on. So some of them take half of the amount that you send the creator. Some of them take 30%. It varies. So if you're interested in knowing and wanting to support at the most efficient level, feel free to just ask me in any of the locations and I can explain it or let you know. But I have no personal preference. Whatever you guys prefer, whatever companies you're comfortable with giving your financial information to, it's all good. All right. So yes, that's the support stuff. Moving on. Let's see. Let me read chat real quick. There's been a lot of chat over on Twitch now, and I'm missing all of it, so give me a second to get caught up. Yep, got that. I'm giving some CDDA fans some hope. I am crushing that hope. This is not me restarting my Cataclysm play. This is me giving you all a Cataclysm present for the end of the year, and that's about it. Don't think I've ever seen a man more dedicated to a game than you were to Cataclysm. It's a miracle you didn't burn out faster. I mostly agree. I mean, I was pretty dedicated to it for a long time. I started just wanting to make tutorial stuff. That's how the channel started, is just making tutorials for Cataclysm, because I wanted to play the game, and when I went to find out how to play it, there was nothing. It was awful, terrible, nothing out there. So I started doing all my tutorial stuff, and then it kind of grew from there. Oh my god, that one, the most anti-Vorm scenario. It is. That is the anti-Vorm scenario. It was funny. I thought it was hilarious, though, because my two NPCs, I went into a house, and the house next door had a brute, had a spitter, had, I don't know, a necro, and my two NPCs just rampaged through them all and didn't take any damage. I was like, what the? I didn't look at them in detail to see what they were equipped with or anything, but man, easy mode. What's your thoughts on the Sky Island mods for CDDA? If you've seen it, go to my YouTube channel and go to the Vormithrax channel and look up Sky Islands. I did several runs with Sky Islands. One when it first came out, and I think I did a follow-up when it got an update later. So there were things I liked about it and things I didn't care so much about. So I don't remember enough, though, to repeat what my thoughts were. Discovery on YouTube sucks. Yes, it does. It is bad. CDDA is back. What are your thoughts on the direction of the game in the last period? I have no idea, Dariak. I have not watched, read, looked at, nothing. I haven't got any idea what the current status is. Do a pool stream? Nah, no pool streams. No VTubers. You also managed to shave your finger once? Yeah, it was a divot. It wasn't like the razor just sliced the skin, so I had like parallel rows of slice. It removed. It took like a melon ball scooper and just went ka-chunk. It was right on the edge of, oh crap, got to go to the hospital kind of a problem. It was hard to get the bleeding to stop. Every time I would pack it with gauze and antiseptic and so on, when I went to take the gauze off, the gauze would be stuck to the raw flesh in the bottom of the divot. And every time I tried to rip it off, it would just start bleeding copiously again. Good times. Good times. All right. Getting caught up. Is there a preference for which platform pays you the best and or increases engagement or growth the best? Not really. There are differences in how much of any donations they remove or they take on their side. There are definitely differences there. My Twitch live stream audience is obviously much larger, but I've been live streaming to Twitch for 5-6 years, and I've only been very recently consistently live streaming to YouTube. But it's an empirical truth that discoverability for live streams in particular on YouTube is terrible. It's awesome for archived content. Go into YouTube, type what you're interested in, bam, million videos. But for I'm now live, come watch me stuff, nobody knows. It's just terrible. It's hard. I have a hard time even finding how to find live streams on YouTube. Honestly, it's crazy. All right. Somebody's donating. Zyson, thank you very much. Appreciate the tip. Last tip of the year. Thanks for the amazing streams. Have a great new year. I hope to. And I hope to bring you guys some interesting new content. We'll talk about that in here in a little bit. The fees are a flat rate on Ko-fi. Only if you choose to go that way. I actually set it up where I voluntarily chose to give them a small percentage beyond what they were asking for. Just for, helping the platform and such. But it's still vastly better than all the Twitch stuff and all the YouTube stuff. I mean, those guys take big chunks, no matter which kind you do. Let's see. Yeah, I can't do the shorts thing. I just can't do the shorts thing. Meaning the YouTube shorts thing. All right. Yeah, the subscription thing, the tiers on Twitch, the revenue I get of that is higher. But secondary to that, they have a multiplier they use when figuring out if you're going to qualify for just a higher general percentage rate of the advertising revenue. And you have to get to a certain like point total or something for that. I haven't looked into it in a little bit because I was nowhere close to it. But having higher tiers of subs is a multiplier for that process. It outweighs its normal factor. So if you have the means and you're interested, do consider that as another way or a better way to provide direct support outside of these other methods. Do I spot CDDA as a game title? You do. We'll get to that here in a little bit. As soon as I get done with the talkie part, I'll hop over and we'll do some Cataclysm. I apologize if I'm looking over there because my camera's over there, but my chat screen's over there. So you're looking at the side of my head a lot. Gauze being stuck to the dried blood is the worst. It sucked. It sucked so much. It was so painful each time I had to change the dressing. So painful and so bloody. Okay. I think I'm caught up there. Not as many chats over on the YouTube. You accidentally restreamed 11 minutes of your stream's audio without knowing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm coming after you, Xeric. I own that content. Don't worry, it's not a copyright strike. It's just a claim. You're going to owe me 4 pennies in about 4 years. This explains why I have not seen any CDDA videos. That is it. That is correct. Because I stopped playing in July. All right. I'm all caught up. Let's see. What else was I talking about? So the support stuff. Let's talk about some changes coming up in the new year. So 2 big changes. Two. Dose. First up, I am going to try really, really hard to set up and hold a steady Monday to Friday schedule, a set schedule, so everybody knows when the Vormithrax will be available for whatever game he's playing. Currently, my plan is to do a Monday through Friday schedule where I'm going to stream in 2 4-hour blocks, a 10 to 2 block, meaning 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock my time, then a few hours break to me to do real life stuff or, take a nap or eat a sandwich or whatever. And then a second block from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I think that will cover a fairly significant portion of the viewing locations in the world. I know some will be still left out as they usually are. But I think that'll give quite a bit of the viewing world location geo stuff a chance for Vormithrax live in color. So I'm gonna try to do that. Feel free to taunt and ridicule me when I fail, and give me little pushes. Say, hey, you were supposed to be streaming 10 to 2, 5 to 9. So I'm gonna try it. It'll probably take me a week or 2 to get into the gear of that, but because I got stuff I'm doing for the second thing I'm gonna talk about, which is I'm gonna try to expand the Vormithrax Media Empire into another favorite activity of mine that I have woefully neglected for the last decade, 2 decades, something like that, decade or 2 decades. That is board gaming, tabletop gaming. So for folks that don't know, I have a very, very long career of playing games of all types. So I started playing computer games, home computers games back in 1978. That's yes, I'm old. So I've been playing computer games at home since there have been computers at home to play games on, pretty much literally. Before that, I played Pong, the original Pong, on the TV in a little controller that had one little dial, and that was it. I think it was the dial. Was the dial on the original Pong? God, I don't remember, but whatever. So kind of in sequence, my gaming history, it was computer games first, followed by tabletop role-playing games, particularly Dungeons & Dragons. I started playing Dungeons & Dragons in the early 1980s. And then still played computer games through various systems. Atari 2600 stick controller. I destroyed 4 Atari 2600 stick controllers, 90% of which was by playing Missile Command. I would just rip those damn things off. The cover would rip off the joystick. I think I went through 4 of them, all on Missile Command. I mean, I played other games, but Missile Command is where I did the damage to those Atari 2600 controllers. So various computer games, various console systems, but I was also really heavy into the role-playing games tabletop, and then also board games on the tabletop, all kinds of board games. Fancy, complicated fantasy games, economic games, management games, long before the whole Ameritrash Euro divide and all that stuff, way long before. But as time went by and me and friends moved away from each other and so on, the board gaming kind of fizzled out and we all gravitated more towards computer gaming, and that's been the primary focus for quite a while. But I have always really loved board gaming. It's just something different about sitting at a table and, chucking cardboard and plastic around and throwing dice at each other and stuff. I really enjoy that. And Makem and I, my buddy Makem, who you've seen in a lot of my co-op stuff, we both decided we were interested in revisiting the glory days of our tabletop board gaming. I mean, all types of board games, card games, whatever. Tabletop stuff. So for the last few weeks, I've been busily researching, fiddling, buying, and testing, recording tabletop videos. So I'm 90% done with my testing phases and my research and my buying things. And, it wasn't cheap because I can't do it right here. I can't do it at my computer. I got to do it at a big tabletop because I like big sprawling games. So I have to set up in a new location where the tabletop is to do that stuff. So that's the big thing. I'm planning on doing a tabletop offshoot of the channel. It's going to be a separate channel. So it's going to be not the content for tabletop on this channel. The secondary channel is going to be, I haven't settled on a name yet. Tentatively, I'm going with Vormithrax Tabletop Edition. And I have the site created on YouTube, but I don't think anybody can access it yet because I have no content yet on it, and I haven't set it. I haven't done all the settings and everything. But I'm hoping to get most of that done in the next week, and the next weekend have a video or two available. So it'll be a second channel. It would greatly help me out if you guys, once I announce it and I show the link and everything, if you guys would hop over and subscribe to that channel and watch. I mean, yeah, watching the content would be great. I'm planning to do a small medley of games initially so I can get things rolling and learn how to do it and figure out what I need to do in addition or what I'm bad at and all that kind of stuff. But it's both going to be pre-recorded content, and I'm also going to be trying to do some live streaming content of a few of the games. Some of them are more friendly to that format than others. I have one in particular that's fairly easy to explain. It'll be the first video I put up. That I can actually invite a friend of the channel to play the game while I manage it. So there's no hidden information. It's fairly simple mechanically, and I can easily explain it. And if they're in the Discord with me and watching the video, they can play the game, and I'll just move the pieces around for them. And I can pit viewers against each other, see who gets better, not score really, but who can handle the harder difficulty levels. And it should play out in like 30 minutes each game. So I'm not going to say the name of the game quite yet. Keep an eye out for that. But I think that would be fun if we can get something like that rolling. So we'll see if I can manage it. That's a bit of organization I need to do and some more testing. But yeah, look forward to that. So that's going to be a big change. So as part of that process, though, as I roll out the tabletop channel and get some content on the channel and get some vague gauging of interest level, another thought that I had, an option, is that I'm thinking of setting up a monthly meetup, once a month meetup at a local to me board game cafe tavern type place. And I'm curious if any of you fine folks over in Twitch and YouTube and Kick might live close enough to the Vormithrax to meet up once a month, if there's any interest in that, and we could do some board games. So the location, Castle Vormithrax, or Castle Thrax, not to be confused with Castle Anthrax from Monty Python. Castle Thrax is in the Austin, Texas area. We'll say specifically where. Somewhere in or near Austin, Texas. So if any of you fine folks happen to be in that region and might be interested in popping in every once in a while for a once a month board game meetup, best thing to do would be to hit my Discord and just let me know you're interested. But that's something I'll start posting some information on and trying to organize as we move into the new year. So I thought that would be fun. The focus on the tabletop channel, in addition to actual me playing tabletop games, is going to be, in addition, digital conversions of tabletop games. So I may play some computer games and post content on the channel. It'll be digital versions of tabletop games, and or original computer games that are obviously super heavily influenced by the designs and systems and mechanics and game flow of tabletop stuff. So it'll be a mix of content types. It won't always be actual cardboard and plastic. There'll be some digital computer games, but it'll all be focused on tabletop-like gameplay. Yeah. So there we go. I think that's it for that side. All right. Talisman has a pretty good digital version. I haven't played Talisman in ages. Makem was really big into Talisman. I think he had all the Talisman and expansions and so on. At one point in time, I have no idea what the current collection might look like. I don't think he has it anymore. He might. We might be able to dig it out of a closet. But that would be one. Yeah, it would be a little tough to return to a Talisman. Is Makem in Austin too? He is. He's local. he's a good friend of mine. We've been best buds since the mid '80s. We have lived in the same area and apart, in the same area and apart, in the same area and apart, multiple times in our not small decades of association. But yes, we are currently living in the same area, so we can get together and do the gaming stuff. All right, checking back through chat. What about the old Olympic Games on the Atari, etc.? Those were pretty bad. What was that one? Oh, God, what was that called? I remember you do the long jump, you would do the hurdles, you would do, was it the shot put? I don't remember the name of that game, but yeah, I played quite a bit of that one as well. Makem is old too. Always pictured him being younger for some reason. I cannot. I'm not going to out Makem's, decrepitude. His level of decrepitude is his to reveal, not mine. But the fact that I say we've been buddies since the mid '80s should give you at least some idea. Track and field, yes, track and field for the Atari. That was the one. I never played Decathlon on the C64. Rogue Trader? Oh, I'm going to give Rogue Trader about a year. I've been following Rogue Trader. I'm waiting. I know the Owlcat. I know the reputation of Owlcat and their bigger games, and I've been following the information on Rogue Trader. We'll give it a good long time to percolate. It definitely needs some percolate time. Hey there, Fertile Creek. Good afternoon. Happy end of the year. All right. I think that gets me through most of the general stuff. So let's see. Stop playing CDDA. Started multi-streaming. There are good and bad things for that. Channel support is very important. You know, toss me a coffee every once in a while would be greatly appreciated. That way I can continue to do things for you folks and be more vocal. You know, be vocal on the various places on what you like, don't like, and so on. One thing I do want to talk about is the community game stuff. I enjoy the community game stuff, but it's terrible for the channel. It's just terrible. And I know why. But, I'm going to have to cut back a bit on the community stuff. It's entertaining for me personally, but it's not the kind of content. It's not friendly for viewership. There's just too much dead time, too much dead air, too much time I can't be chatting and talking and doing stuff and so on. So it has a negative impact on the channel. So we'll finish out our vintage story community co-op, and then I'll have to think long and hard about any future ones if people have suggestions. Would I be comfortable sharing the average age of viewers according to the statistics? I don't have the faintest idea. Not something I've ever looked up. Sagacious. I don't look at that kind of metric too much. Nah, you've already heard that story. I can't repeat that story. You know, nobody wants to hear about Makem and I going to tournaments and meeting all the artists for the game and actually playing physical Magic the Gathering with the creator of the game in a hotel room. That's all. Nobody cares about that stuff. You guys are all computer gamers. You're not all. None of you guys play Magic the Gathering. Ugh. All right. Whoa. Hey. What else? So yeah, I think that's it. That's enough chatty, talky talk. How long have I been going? 45 minutes. Let's hop over into Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I'll be happy to keep answering questions while I'm just gonna horse around. Don't expect. I don't have like a theme or an actual playthrough or anything. So I'm just gonna jump into the random gameplay. Let me hit a button and see if I can get over there. I'll have to move my talking face. Hey, talking head, go this way. And get thee smaller. All right, we'll see how that does right there. So here we are. Look, it's Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So again, I have not haven't played in 6 months. Don't have the faintest idea what the current status is. Let's go to new game. Do I have a world? I have my test world. Let's go create world. I don't think much has changed here. Advanced. Oh yeah, they sorted all these into separate options. I mean, I think I'm just gonna go with a straight Yatesville. Sure, let's go with Yatesville. I won't change anything for this first one. New game, random character in Yatesville. Let's see what happens. Maybe 1 or 2 of the regular streaming blocks during the week can stay dedicated to community streams. It's so hard. It really depends on the game being played, how that game handles time, because they all handle it very differently depending on their systems and their mechanics. Some games you can stop playing and then pick up again. Other games, you can't do that as well because food might spoil with time passage, or it's really, really game dependent. Strange, players already assigned to mission 1. All right. I got that same error when I did the random on the other one where it gave me the mission I really didn't interest me. What do we got? We are scenario surrounded. Powerful knowledge, overpowered offense, strong defense, social weak. We are a ballroom dancer. We are an overpowered offense ballroom dancer. Man, they like to pick backgrounds. Yeesh, look at those backgrounds. I'm overpowered offense, but I've got a 7 strength and a 10 intelligence? Okay. Bashing weapons, cutting weapons, dodge, melee, pierce, poison resist, melee weapon training, good hearing. Okay. Interesting. Athlete's form, spear, familiarity, hooking weapons. They can apply to every character now? I don't know. Could be. Edgar Amos, 5'6". 5'6" ballet dancer. I don't know what the average is for ballet dancers, actually. Especially male ballet dancers. New characters start with some pre-selected backgrounds to give some skills that a normal person would have. I guess. I'm fine with that. We're just playing random, so they want to make them a little more pertinent or realistic. That's fine. They've been heading that direction for a while. Oh, I haven't looked at the CDDA rename and anything else in a long time. So I have no idea if any of that stuff works. You know what this stream's missing? I'll tell you what this stream's missing. This stream's missing. Ah. That's what this stream's missing. Is that new zombie dog? No, that's old zombie dog. That's his baby picture. There's only one zombie dog. There ain't gonna be a new zombie dog. There was only one. But yeah, that's baby zombie dog. That was, I think, like a few days after I adopted him. He was adopted from an abusive home. He got removed from the home, and the people that removed him were friends of mine and asked me if I would like a puppy. So there you go. There's zombie dog. Somebody will have to donate some channel points if you want to see the other one. Oh, somebody did. Deranged Optician beat me to it. All right. We do Megazorg Zombie Dog. Megazorg Zombie Dog. Did anyone play the Steam version? Yeah. From what I only very loosely followed it, but from what I understand, quite a few people play the Steam version. I mean, it's the same version as you get for free. I mean, there's no difference. It's just the stable version. So whether you get it from Steam to support the dev, or you get it from the website, it's the exact same game. 0.h stable. I don't know if there's been sub-releases like 0.h, 0.h, TAC 1, TAC 2, TAC 3, like we had for F and G. So, not experimental. It doesn't get updates. All right, let's jump into the world. Let's see. Oops. Get my cursor over on the right side of the screen. Do we want to change anything? I don't think I want to change anything. We're playing rando and just see what kind of adventures I can get up to. So, oh, I didn't think about that. Crap. I guess we'll go with Screama. That's the simplest and has the widest weapon range. Or Silat. I forget which one of these have an intelligence kind of a focus. I want to say Silat has bonuses for intelligence. I'd have to go look it up. Dick. The Flower of Battle. Ojutsu, that's the stick one. The Way of the Staff. Japanese martial art of fighting with a staff. I think I did a staff run somewhat near when I stopped playing. Oh, we'll just go with Screama. I forgot we got that medieval thing. Uh-oh. A gawky guardian? What the hell's a gawky guardian? See, this is what I'm hoping. When I do return to Cataclysm, I will see something and go, what the hell is that? That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping to achieve with my extended absence from the game. I want to be surprised. I want to die in horrible, humiliating ways in front of a live audience. So, yeah, cool. Gawky. Oh, that's the gawky guardian. I thought, all right. So, obsessed with finding their offspring, they scour the environment for certain death. Okay, well, there you go. Looks like a shady zombie to me, but it's a gawky guardian. Oh, I remember how to zoom. I remember that much. I remember the inventory key. I remember this. Sort by category, sort by category. We have a smartphone. That's the brief, scarf, dance shoes. All right. And a tuxedo with a smartphone. At least we got a smartphone. What's our map look like? Hey there, map. So, we have an office tower. Oh, it's a collapsed tower. Of course it is. Of course it's a collapsed tower. Welcome back to Cataclysm, Vormithrax. Let's have your starting position be directly across the street from a collapsed tower. Because, you know, that's the way we roll over here in Cataclysm land. Abuse the Vormithrax. What else we got? A swamp. So we'll probably have mosquitoes coming at us from the swamp, or a frog mother. What do you think? What would be worse, the mosquito cadre or a frog mother? Oh, man. Can't believe it's a collapsed tower right there. I'm going to laugh if that's true. Fungal? It could be. It is a fungal bloom. It could be active, might be inactive. Not automatically a bad thing. Plus, I don't mind fungal. I mean, we can have fun with fungal. You guys get all freaked out, or a lot of you guys get freaked out about fungus. They're more help than hurt. I don't understand. Well, I mean, after 6,000 hours of play, I don't understand why people get freaked out about the fungal. I like seeing fungal in the early game, especially in a town situation like this, because I can use the fungus as a distraction to very easily move the zombies around so I can get in and grab loot. Then I just leave. I go somewhere else. If you don't like fungal, just go somewhere else. Problem solved. What do we got over here? Pharmacy? Pharmacy. Next to a subway. Alright. Antique stores, they don't have the allure that they used to have. Once everything got switched over to replicas and poor quality crap. I'm not sure if antique stores still have something you would really care about. Or museums are worse, but antique store might actually have some okay stuff. Alright. Office? Ooh, office skyscraper. Well, I don't know what that is. That's new. New to me. I'm assuming it's very tall. Bering Plantation's got a police station. One of those police stations with a crosswalk. Alright. Well, we got a bookstore right behind us. So, let's see. Typically, with this setup, I would probably try to go north up into the housing area. Usually I have a better way of getting out of town during daylight hours by following the houses. I don't have much option here. And I gotta get out ahead of the zombies, and I'm not particularly fast, so no cover. Unless there are fungal out here that I can use for distraction. That might be a better choice. Depends on if the fungus is actually spreading or not. Pawn shops are the meta now? Alright, I guess. Really? They're giving out steel or actual full value battle axes and halberds and arming swords at pawn shops? That seems weird. Alright. So again, I have nearly nothing. I have very little in the way of carry capacity. We got a gawky guardian next to us. Sure looks like a under the hood, big book of first aid. Is it the anarchist book? Might be. I'd really like under the hood. First aid, not as worried about that. From the northwest. Northwest, you hear smash crash? Northwest? That's northeast. Why am I hearing northwest? Huh. Cemetery next to us. Is this the one that has the priestess? Hello. Hey, look, I found a basement. What are the chances there's a Migo scout in the basement? Ah, the glory days. Migo scouts in the basement. Or a gator. Yeah, I really would like to grab those books, but I got no carry capacity. We'll have to leave them alone. Sure was nice of those guys to open those doors. Light me up. Let's see. I absolutely cannot afford to go into the basement. Step one is just to try to get a hold of any minor gear and get out of town. Then we safely approach, because daylight hours with a character that's not really built for a purpose, it's just get safe. Then start trying to raid or so on. Why are you all converging on me? Oh, we started surrounded. That's right. I forgot. This starts surrounded. I mean, being in the middle of the town wasn't bad enough. Yeah. This is gonna suck. Roof is going to be not great. Ideally, what I need to do is use my stamina to get over here, get up on the roof, then climb down the far side after I've recovered my stamina, then do the same thing, same thing, same thing. And then when I think I've got some clearance, then we try to make a run for it. I really, really hate forests for very good reasons, so I really don't want to use that. So the bookstore doesn't have a lot of options for in, out, and windows and such, so I don't like going that way. I don't think I have enough stamina to make it all the way over there. Lore-wise, is the player character meant to be immune to blob psychosis, or will they always mutate sooner or later? They've changed that whole thing so many times, I don't know what the current one is. My understanding is everything has blob in it, period. It's just, we're a carrier. It doesn't affect us. It doesn't convert us or kill us directly. But everything has blob in it. They already won. The blob has already won. There's no saving the world. Are you the at? You've been around for a little while, Danny boy. Yeah, I'm the at. On the map, anyway. That is my current location. I'm just plotting out on the map where I want to go. So these are houses, the green ones. The arrow faces the direction that the front of the house is. Same with that. That's a bookstore, but the arrow faces the front where the road is, and so on. But yeah, I'm right there. I'm just trying to plan my escape from the city. That's the first thing we absolutely have to do, because it's broad daylight. We're going to get overwhelmed by zombies. So our goal number one is just to get out of the city. Too many zombies. I have zero chance of fighting my way out of here. I have no weapon, really. I can pick something up, but I have no carry capacity because my tuxedo's got a tiny pocket. We've got 2.2 volume available. That's it. Free volume is 0.8 after the smartphone, apparently. So, if I can manage to scoop up a jacket or something. There were no clothing here. The bedroom here. I want to say there's a bedroom here. But I need to be moving my way northwest. And now I've got this zombie here. The zombie there. That one's not doing much. And it's fleeing. So I don't know if that's actually a zombie. Alright. We got a runner. That's a problem. That's the thing I actually fear. I can stay away from most of the rest of these with minimal use of my stamina. I got somebody in front of me, too. Now I got a broken door there, which means I can't just walk through it. And I don't have anything to bash it quickly with, and that would burn stamina also. So I got an important decision right here to make. I got to go immediately north and then out the windows up there. Or I gotta pray that if I go through this door... I don't remember. Is this the bathroom? This might be the bathroom. I think this was the front office. Sidewalk here. Yeah, this is either... I think this is a bathroom, and I think there's another room back here that's a bedroom with a side room or something. I can't remember exactly. But there's noise coming from that direction as well, which is problematic in the extreme. Basement peak? No, I didn't want to risk it. Keep going through chat here. You guys keep chatting while I'm pontificating. Playing the last game of CDDA in 2023 or the first in 2024. It's only 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. my time, so it's the final game of 2023. It's my 2023 hurrah to Cataclysm. I haven't played it in 6 months, so I figure I would give all the Cataclysm folks a little bit of a taste of the Vormithrax into Cataclysm right before we roll over into the new year. As I stated at the top of the stream, this is not a rededication of Vormithrax to the Cataclysm game. So this is all you're going to get for a while. I'm not done with my break. I'm really enjoying not trying to keep up with development and so on, and not reading the forums and Reddits and so on. So the break will continue. My hope originally and still is that they get the stable releases down to 1 year. That way I can just stable release gets done. I'll just play the stable release when it comes out, check out the new stuff, play it for a month or two, and then put it back away. When the next stable release comes out, we dive back in and do it on that kind of a schedule. But it will never again be a Vormithrax is constantly playing Cataclysm. It'll be like I do with 7 Days to Die and Vintage Story and so on, where I revisit once or twice a year, have fun for a month, and then put it back away. When was the last stable? Oh, no, last stable was just recently. Recent as in, like, just before I stopped playing, like 8 months ago, early this year. But it was like 2 years for the previous jaunt, so. All right. So decision time. What do we do? I think I'll go one more step to the west. That didn't answer the question. Stay in walk mode. Just maintain our stamina. For folks watching that have no idea what this is, because they, haven't watched the older videos on the channel, Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, absolutely completely free to play. It is available on Steam, but that's basically a voluntary donation version. It's the same game you can get completely for free on the CDDA website. Zombie survival game, extremely configurable, changeable, moddable, very big game, very deep mechanics, one of the most complicated games out there, with a horrifying interface that everybody face plants into. But, that's what a lot of my channel was built on, was tutorial stuff to help people out. But I'm happy to explain or answer questions if you guys have any. Awesome game. Completely free. $0. And I've played 6,000 hours of it, at least. With the bulk of that being on the channel. And if you go just look up Cataclysm on my YouTube channel, you'll see just unending lists of Cataclysm content. But it does take some knowledge. You got to put a little bit of effort in to learn the interface, learn the keyboard commands, and so on. And there are various... my tutorial stuff's getting a little old, or very old at this point in some of it, but a lot of it's still relevant. But there's other folks that have done more recent tutorial stuff, which is great. So I'm gonna go... I gotta go north. I can't risk it. I'm gonna do my absolute best to stay alive. Usually my best is pretty good. We gotta hope there's nobody waiting for me. Oh, I gotta go around this thing. We gotta hope there's nobody waiting for me right here. Ooh, is that a lighter? Is that a lighter? Get. USB drive. It is not a lighter. Hello, big pile of zombies. Hello, really big pile of zombies. What you guys beating up out there, dogs? Fungal dogs. Well, that answers the question. We might not have as hard a time as I thought. Like I said, the fungus is going to help me out. So we have a fungal bloom. Fungal blooms, there are several main... All right, so the Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead isn't about a cataclysm. It's not zombies cataclysm. It's all the cataclysms. It's zombies, it's interdimensional alien invasion, it's nuclear fallout, it's chemical issues, it's all the things. Everything happened at once. Everything went terrible. But the fungus is one of the large-scale enemies that is competing with, destroying humankind. So, we are the Micus. Fungus, Micus, it's interchangeable terms. They both refer to the same thing. But this is one of their generators. This generates fungal entities and spreads fungus in the landscape. And it has a very long range. If you've got a gray T on your screen, you can expect to, and it's an active site. Some of them are not active, but if it's an active site, you can expect to see fungal critters out like 16 spaces. So, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's not unusual to see enemy fungal creatures this far away. So a huge radius around this thing. So we are seeing fungal creatures right outside the window here. So it's obviously active, and it's spread fungal stuff. So the fungus takes over the zombies, and as soon as that happens, they then turn on it. And so there's going to be constant warfare. Oh, there's one of the fungals. A fungaloid. Got Zapper zombies. We got my good friends, the feral humans, cop zombies, SWAT zombies. Nothing super dangerous. None of these are fast, except for the zombie dogs. Got to be careful of the zombie dogs. But the benefit here is the fungal creatures and the zombies are hostile to each other. So they're going to provide me with, hopefully, a nice distraction. So let's open the window up. I'm not even going to bother peeking. We're heading out. Hey there, pigeon. Uh-oh. Alright. A lot of critters in the street. We got pigeons, squirrels, chipmunks, slow zombies, cop zombies. I'm worried there might be something nasty as I go up. There's something nasty over here. We'll see. Whoops. I moved the wrong direction. Most of the vehicles in the game are going to be busted. Not drivable. That one is a maybe. It's got does not have wheels. So I'm not even going to bother looking. It ain't got wheels. What you got on the ground over here? What'd you guys drop? A rolling trash can. Oh, I didn't even notice the graphic. Yep, that's a rolling trash can, all right. An industrial trash can. Does that say volume 359 or something crazy? I forgot how to see what key to press to see the details in the item. That looks like it says volume 369. Huh. So is that the new meta? Instead of shopping carts, you just roll a rolling trash can around behind you and throw all the crap into it? Good luck moving it at max capacity? Well, yeah, I guess. I'll put 359 liters of feathers in there, you know. Alright, let's keep moving. So, plan is the same. I'm just going to try to work my way up through this housing. We're going to get followed. The only thing I care about is stuff faster than me. The majority of these enemies are slower or equal to me. So as long as I've got a few spaces distant, I don't care about all of this. This is all irrelevant because it'll never catch me. It'll pursue me, and they'll eventually catch me if I stop, but they can't catch me. Uh-oh, Spitalier is back, dropping gift subs. Let me get some appreciation over there. Let's see. Let's go. Migo Moose Hulk. Old school Cataclysm appreciation. Thanks very much. Greatly appreciate all of your very generous donations this and earlier years, Spitalier. Welcome back to Cataclysm. I don't remember, did you? I assume you started watching my stuff for Cataclysm. I lose track. I have terrible memory for that stuff. But yeah, I'm assuming that's some Cataclysm. All right. Let's see. I tell you what, the one thing that might have a possibility of drawing me back to Cataclysm would be like a once a week, couple of hours stream where I just do this kind of play and I answer questions and I help people. Just new players that want to ask me questions or have me do demonstrations. I would probably be okay with that kind of thing. Not going to commit to long-term challenge modes like I used to do that ran 45 hours or that kind of stuff, but I could possibly be convinced to do a once a week or a couple times a month or something Cataclysm stream where I just am available to answer questions or help people. My knowledge will be truncated a bit because I haven't been paying attention to it for 6 months, so I may not have the exact current info, but I got an awful lot of background history and experience and practice. Let's keep moving. Try to get some stuff done in this Cataclysm gameplay. Why is this guy not seeing me? Why, Crawling Zombie, are you not seeing me? So, it doesn't have an exclamation point. Notice these other guys have exclamation points. That's because they see me, and they're going to pursue me. Why does this guy, when I'm 6 spaces away, has something changed with Crawling Zombies? There's no facing in the game, so the fact he's pointed that way doesn't mean anything. Huh. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. I don't remember that being a thing. Oh, now I move one step closer. I wonder if he heard me as opposed to seeing me. There are multiple detection methods that the zombies use. They don't just use vision. They also have sight and scent and sound that they can use to track the players. So, Thing is big. I am not going to drag it around behind me, though. Is the door locked? It doesn't show locked. It is locked. Electronic lock. Alright, in through the window. Let's go around this way. Uh-oh. Bile splatter. That's not good. I don't want to get biled. Boomer will blind me. Oh, I see a basement. What do we got? We got chewing gum. Oh, really? Really? What is my dex? I have a dex 9 and I slipped and fell to the ground on the bile on the ground? I don't remember that being a thing either. I like it. That's awesome. Yeah, the ballet dancer just took a dive. I mean, athletes form, fencing practice, we're a ballet dancer, and whoa, the hell? I didn't pass time. Why the hell did that pop up? Alright, we got some weirdness going on. Get the key to... Nope, not that one. I'm forgetting hotkeys. All bathroom. There's no counter. No counter. Do I check the kitchen or do I try to get to the bathroom? Or the bedroom, I mean. I would like to peek the basement. Candle would be good. Flashlight would be good. What do we got? We have very little space. There's a candle. There's a flashlight. There's the screwdriver. Not so worried about food. Or this other... I guess I could grab a garbage bag to throw stuff into. Do. Yeah, I am wearing dancing shoes. Whoops. Oh, crap. I'm wasting so much time with miss key presses. I don't know that this has much to do with it. I can't think of any modifiers this would be providing. Not for that kind of a check, anyway. Alright, let's grab... Whoops! Oh, that's a problem. I already screwed up. I didn't know a zombie dog was coming up behind me. Alright, we gotta get out of here. Please don't get into the doorway. He's gonna get through that door pretty quick. And we got another zombie coming up from the north. Him, I could probably lure into the pool and slow down, but I'm gonna have to go through a window here, because that door's locked, or go through that one. That would get me into a bedroom at least. Let's try that. Into the pool with you, zombie. Ah, damn it! Stupid feral human opened the door and let the dog out. Who let the dog out? You! You let the dog out, you bastard. Alright. Keep moving. Hope this door isn't locked. I'm screwed if this door is locked. Thank goodness. What do we got? Black camo tactical pants. A watch, rings, glasses. Excuse me. Alright. Don't care about much of any of that. Nothing in the dresser. Alright, one last chance. I wanted to wield that garbage bag. And grab, one steak knife. Jeez, that's it? Guess that's it. Hopefully the counters up here got some more choices. A candle. Flashlight. Hammer. Driver. Pliers. Uh-oh, zombie spotted. Gotta get moving. Some jam, some barbecue sauce, milk. Where's my butter? I want my butter. Some honey. Supreme pizza. Ooh. Any meds? Gauze. Codeine. Septic. Oops. Narrow spectrum antibiotics. Alright. This is a completely default world. All I did was go say, create world, let's go. This is not Vorm trying to be try-hard Uber warrior in a ridiculous world. This is, let's just horse around for a little bit. In Cataclysm. Is Stream Elements a direct tip? It is. The Stream Elements thing, it goes directly to the channel's PayPal. Whether you use that or whether you use Ko-fi? 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 Yeah, Ko-fi. I always get the pronunciation wrong. They both all go through the PayPal. They're just different front-end interfaces for it. Alright, I'm just checking back through chat real quick. Controls made it hard to get into. Need to try it again. Looks like something I could drop a lot of... You could drop an amazing amount of hours into it, but it is actively difficult to learn how to play. It's one of the hardest games to get started with. This game and Dwarf Fortress are bandied back and forth pretty much equally in its learning cliff. It's not a curve, it's a cliff, and the cliff is leaning towards you. You gotta climb that cliff with it leaning outwards. So, but it is very much worth the time and the effort. So, you know, watch a few videos, tutorial stuff, whatever. And it might take a little bit of effort to make it look like this. I mean, I had a long time to fiddle with mine to get it looking pretty good. Yours won't look like anything like this initially, but it's extremely good game. Streamlabs takes absolutely nothing. They take nothing. Zero. If you do the Streamlabs option, it's straight to PayPal. PayPal takes a tiny, tiny cut, but it's still by far the best way to go about it. But Streamlabs does not take a cut in any way. There you go. That's a good graphic. Darkfire Phoenix explaining the learning cliff on Cataclysm. Hey there, DJ. I am live streaming on YouTube. So, but yeah, so Dwarf Fortress and Cataclysm, people refer back and forth between those two games pretty constantly. They're about equivalent levels of hostile to the brand new player. All right, let's keep moving. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you wonder why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm not doing something you might do. If you're brand new to the game and are curious, feel free to chat away. Oh, this is my favorite, the duplex. I hate the duplex. All right, Soldier Zombie. Soldier Zombie! New graphic. Hey, Soldier Zombie. Once a soldier, it is dressed head to toe in combat gear and carries itself rather steadily for a zombie, I know. Problem is, I'm carrying my garbage bag, and I really don't want to fight anything. Our goal is to get out, not to try to fight stuff. We would have a really hard time damaging a soldier zombie right now. We don't have the weaponry for it. One momento. Whoa. Thank you very, very much for the generous donation. I don't like to announce the direct through PayPal stuff. Some people want me to, some people don't, so I never know which. But very, very generous donation just came through. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thanks very much. Yeah, we're gonna roll out some cool new stuff, hopefully. All right, let's keep playing the Cataclysm game. Kit Fox is making an adventure mode for the Steam version. Yeah, I've heard that. More power to them. I'm super, super happy that they finally got paid for all the decades of work they put into Dwarf Fortress. Thank God they finally got some money. I will not be playing Dwarf Fortress, by the way. I'm referring to it just as comparison. One of the games I get asked about the most. Hey, Vorm, you're going to play Dwarf Fortress? The answer is no. The reason is I have already played Dwarf Fortress a ton back in, I don't know, a decade ago, going back a number more years. I played it, I stopped, I played it, I stopped, I played it, I stopped. I have no desire to revisit it. Uh-oh. Let's speed up a little bit. Ah, you got too close. Vorm's input on Dwarf Fortress. Well, there you go. We got videos for everything. All right. So, looking at the current circumstances, I have a problem. Does anybody see the problem that I have? I guess it's not an insurmountable problem, but ahead of me, the house is mostly boarded up. Means I can't just easily break in or out. While I've got an open window here, there's no guarantee that there's going to be an unboarded window or door that I can get out the far side. So if I go in and all this crap chases me in, I might not be able to get back out again. Which is bad. And it could possibly be a booby-trapped house. So the other option, I really don't want to backtrack this direction. So I'm evaluating a few different things. I'm evaluating the enemies around me. I'm pretty lucky at the moment. There's no fast movers nearby. I can easily avoid all of the enemies you see. None of these guys worry me any. I can walk, run, and use terrain to keep them in control. So we're all good there. What I don't know is what's ahead of me inside the house. We've got no fungal creatures in sight that I can see, and we're moving away from them. Backtracking this way would be somewhat problematic, but I could pop up, maybe I could climb the drain pipe. I don't know if they've changed the rules or the formulas for climbing successfully. We're 9 decks. I'd have to drop the garbage bag too, I think. Can you climb with an object in your hand? I don't remember. I remember... What was I holding? I think I was holding like a 60-liter tank full of gasoline, and I shimmied my way up a drain pipe somehow. I don't remember if it's still that way or if they've changed it. But yeah, so I'm evaluating the local enemies, checking their speed, and if I can continue moving past around them. It's the unknown ahead that worries me. We could try to scoot around the outside edge, but who knows what's out this way. We're getting outside the range of the fungal. And the other consideration is I have to make sure I have a clear path out of the town without, preferably, any zombies being near me. Because the big deal about the zombies, these guys are fairly slow. They're slower than I am. But they have infinite stamina. They don't ever tire. They chase you forever if you don't get within a certain distance away, so they can't see you, hear you, smell you, etc. So I got to clear the area and get far enough ahead of them that I can break off pursuit. That's a big problem in the open daylight. They can see a long way, some of these guys. And they'll just keep chasing me and chasing me and chasing me. I have a limited pool of stamina that's shown right here. This bar here, it's ticked down slightly. This is my go juice, but it's limited. The more I use it, it starts to fade, and there's a double-edged consequence here. I run out of it, so I can no longer sprint, which makes me twice as fast effectively while I'm using this. But also, the lower this gets, the more I have to pay to move a space. So as this drops, I'm both running out of the valuable resource, but in addition, I'm slowing down effectively. So you got to be super, super careful. Don't let this go down if you can have at all possibility manage it. So I'm hoarding it like crazy right now. The biggest mistake new players make is they turn on sprint mode and then they just try to run away from the zombies. They then tap out their stamina, go super slow, can't get their stamina back fast enough, and then the zombies catch up to them. They'll get an initial sprint and they'll get ahead, but then they get slower and slower and slower, and then the zombies effectively, in comparison, get faster and faster because they just move their constant speed forever. So you got to get to a point where you can get ahead of them enough and have enough stamina that you can put on that final burst of speed that's going to get you out of their line of sight, get you behind cover, get you some blocking terrain, something. So disengaging from a city is kind of an art you learn, and it's a tough one. But what you do not do is just turn on sprint mode and then start running away from the zombies. That's the fastest way to die. That's right. Rule number 1, cardio. All right, let's go for the going around. I don't think I want to try the garage either. Although one option would be to go cut back this way, go up the drain pipe. See, I got to avoid the drain pipes. I don't think I can go up those with the garbage bag. So let's just walk. So we're seeing information on the HUD over here that's important. And I'm not going to explain all the mechanics, but this is my cost to move a space. This is what goes up as this goes down. So my stamina drops, my cost to move that I have to spend out of a pool that I'm allocated each round increases. So it slows down as this goes up. So this is the number of points I have to spend in a round. This is how much it's costing me to move a space orthogonally currently. This is how much go juice I have, how much afterburner fuel I've got to sprint. So I'm just letting these guys follow me for the moment because I'm not yet trying to disengage. They can't hit me or do anything to me unless they're adjacent. So, whoa! 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 Scissor limbs. That's from the tower, right? A nightmarish spider of gore standing tall among the ruins, keeping silent watch of the blighted landscape. Its spindly limbs of bone slip between the rubble with otherworldly speed. Ah, notice the color? Notice the color here? That's an indicator for the danger level of that particular enemy. That's why I went, whoa. I was looking here, and the color coding you see for their names indicates danger level. So feral humans, crawling zombies, regular zombies are gray, one of the lowest classes. Tough zombie is an upgrade. He's a little more dangerous, so he gets the bright white. But then I saw the scissor limbs appear. I'm like, whoa. I wanted to make sure he was nowhere near me. He's just south of that house right here. We just caught sight of him. Hopefully he's not chasing zombies my direction, because he will chop us up. Let's keep moving. Please, that zombie north of me, northwest of me doesn't concern me. Need to break line of sight. Ooh, no windows in the east wall. I was hoping for a window. So my next goal is to get across the street. I don't know. I might actually want to go here. I haven't got a fire starter yet. I wouldn't mind setting a house on fire as a distraction and to kill some of the local zombies. It's a little tricky to pull off, though. Let's just see what's around up here. So far, the 2 zombies I can see are not dangerous to me. But what's going to be... As we cut the pie and we get a better view of what's out this direction, it's going to get dangerous. Let's do an examine. Let's examine here. We'll peek. Don't see anything. And we'll peek the corner. Whoa! Fungus! Fungal zombie! So these guys are fighting the fungal zombie. This stuff and him might convert one of these guys into a fungal version, and then they'll start fighting that one. So this is the kind of distraction I need right there. That's what's going to let us get out of town, hopefully. Alright, I got guys following me still. Let's try to get their attention onto the fungal. I'm going to curve over towards the fungal. The trick is, if I can get them closer to the fungal than they are to me, they'll change and they'll go this direction. So I'm going to kind of angle this way and let the guys following me, hopefully, queue up on this guy. Now, these guys are probably going to kill him. When I point at these, if you look at this section here, you can see a hit point bar. He's almost dead. One more hit and he's going to go away. That little red colon is his hit point bar. He's done pretty good damage to him. Light damage, medium damage, and light damage. But as soon as he drops, they're all going to turn their attention on that. And once they're both gone, if nothing else gets fungified, the whole crew comes after me. So timing is important here. Our goal is just straight north. I think I'll try to go over the fence or through the gate, if that's a gate, and then into the house. Watch this be a dog house. There'll be like 30 dogs in the backyard. That'll be fun. Step 1. We're going to angle off. That is still going to stay on me unless I put a sprint on, which I'm not going to worry about a zombie child. Although I hate zombie childs. Oh man, that's a big group over there. But there's a lot of fungal zombies over there. Uh-oh, we got letters? Fungal bulk and a fungal dog that doesn't have a graphic. Alright. I don't know how fast they're updating the tile set nowadays. We got letters, ASCII letters instead of graphics. That is a lot of fungal. They've converted a lot of the zombies. Alright, I might work my way over that way then. There we go. So we've peeled all of these guys off to this group. Fungal feeder appeared. Fungal zombie got converted, so this is going to be fungified. That'll distract these guys for a bit. The other thing I can do is, now that there's a lot of... What also happens in these situations is these guys get converted into fungals. They get killed by their buddies, the zombies, but they have the items that they originally have still. So if I check nearby items, there's a whole crap load of stuff on the ground at various locations, because these are all the dead fungals that got annihilated. Tons of stuff. Tons and tons of stuff. Ooh, a crowbar. I am not going to go get that crowbar. What else fun is on here? Sort. Yeah, sort by category. Thank you. Your gas sprayer, crowbar, wallets, memory cards, corpses, and clothing. All filthy, dirty zombie clothing. I'm not seeing anything too special. Crowbar is the only thing so far that would somewhat interest me. Yeah. So, like I said, big piles of stuff. That's the other advantage to having fungal in the area. Now, I am not concerned about getting infected. Normally, newer players especially will freak out because, fungus, I'm going to turn into a fungal guy. The only time you're in danger is if you're directly adjacent to an actual fungal moving entity like these guys. Fungal zombie, fungal feeder, fungal shambler, etc. There's no danger to just walking on fungal soil. The soil itself and the little spores that you might see do nothing. No danger. You can walk right on top of it as long as you want. Just don't ever be adjacent to the feeder or to the actual creatures. That's the danger point, and that's where you can catch the fungus, and that's bad. It's bad unless you want to go Micus, meaning you want to do a full run and become one with the Micus, which is a thing. But for our purposes, I'm just going to use them as distractions, item droppers, and keep moving. Alright, you got dogs in here? I think they would have broken out already from the noise. God damn it! At least it's just one doggo. I was hoping for a nice quiet entry into the house. Let's see. I got choices. I don't want to mess with the dog. I can come back over the fence. He'll take a round or so to break through. I can either back off and then go into the house here and then try to circle back around, or back off and go this direction and go into the house over here. Which is probably... well, nah, I think I'd kind of like to go this way, especially if I can get him to follow me. When he loses sight of me, if he doesn't break the fence fast enough, he'll follow the scent trail. While I'm in here doing stuff, he'll come and follow me into the house, which will then clear me to hop back out and come over this way. Barring more zombies over here or more dogs up here, of course. You always got a plan for that. I state very commonly when I'm in situations like this where I'm moving around that what I fear is what I can't see. If I know the terrain and I know what's there from moving through it, I can survive those environments very handily and consistently. Even with fast movers and so on in a town environment. It's the unknown that scares the crap out of me. It's always the surprise that's going to get you, or get me at least. So, let's give that a try. Let's back away. I'll burn a tiny bit of stamina. Dog's trying to break the fence. He may or may not be able to. Yep, he broke through finally, and he sees me, so he's definitely going to chase me straight through. A whale plushie, or shark plushie! Shark plushie! I don't know what I'm looking for. I want a boopinator. Nothing would be better than finding a boopinator. Alright, so bedroom, shared bathroom? I think, or is it another closet on the other side? Oh, that's a bathroom, so not a shared bathroom here. Bathroom there. Could be stuff here. We got an escape out that way, like I said. The dog's going to follow us, and I should have closed that door behind me as I was traveling. Kitchen over here. I think there's a basement access here. Is this the house that's multiple up? I think this is the multiple up house, too. Maybe no basement. I think it's got the second floor. Let's step next to this. I don't care about that. Not worried about the basement. Utility vest and a sling pack. Motorcycle boots. Sure, we got a few seconds. Let's wear the sling pack. Wear the yacht vest. Drop our dance shoes. Throw on some motorcycle boots. Will slow us down a bit, but much better protection. Bathroom, we've got more antiseptic. Can't have too much antiseptic. Take some cough syrup in case we get a cold or need to sleep. Oh, that's non-drowsy, so that won't help us sleep. Window? No window. Alright, that dog might have gotten distracted actually down to the fungal stuff. So, I'm not going to pop that door. Another bathroom, nothing I care about. Now we're starting to get lit up. Let's go to sneak mode. I'm sneaking. Whoa. Damn it. Where's my butter? Corn cereal, wheat cereal. I mean, those are good. Yogurt. I love yogurt. Still no butter. Well, we got maple syrup. Do I weigh myself down? We're going to find plenty of food on the world settings that I've got. Peanut butter's good as well. I think I'm going to not worry about food right now. That just leads back onto the patio. Can't go that way. Anything fun? Ooh, is that a crowbar? That's a crowbar. Uh-oh. Well, now I got to think about what we're going to do. Saddlebags and some skizzers. There's no curtains on that window. I can't close that one. Alright. Let's see. Unload. Garbage bag. Drop. Garbage bag. Field. Crowbar. So what are we at? We're at 4.6 and a 13.2. We added the sling pack, which has given us a fair amount of space, including with the utility vest. I'd like to get rid of the tuxedo. We got a lot of stuff I need to do, but we've got a candle. We've got light. Not a huge amount of battery power, so more batteries would be good. We got some of the basic tools. We got a stabber, and we got some of the good basic meds. So, and some pizza. Pizza. So we're doing okay. Let's see. Let's have a pizza. Ignore the footsteps. Uh-oh. Lost the conduct vegetarian, vegan, and foodless. Uh-oh. It's either out the window towards the swamp area, or I gotta go past somebody who's coming into the garage. That solar vehicle could actually be drivable. Man, I'd like to get a look at that solar vehicle. One damaged panel. But if I could get a vehicle right off the bat, that solves our exit problem. Alright, so while we're hanging out in the garage, let me check back through chat here. Arson time? We don't have a fire starter yet. I haven't grabbed matches or a lighter yet. And with the distraction of the fungal, I'm less inclined to worry about. Cooking oil? Nah, not for a long time. There was a long string of made-of-food items that we went through over the years with Cataclysm, where there was one particular food everybody would use, and then it would get nerfed, and we'd move on to the next one, and move on to the next one. I think butter is still valid, but it rots fairly quickly, so you don't have it around long, especially if you have a late game time start where you don't have anything, or it just is instantly rotted. So butter. Before that, was it the oil before that? I think it was the oil before that. Then they made it so it makes you vomit. Then before that, it was, what was it? I can picture a couple of the circumstances, but I'm trying to remember what the specific item was. Oh, crap. I can't remember. There was something before that, and then something before that, and then something before that. It's just too many hours, too many things. Have you played Project Zomboid? Of course I have played Project Zomboid. It's also on my YouTube channel. I can't play Project Zomboid. I gave it a try, I just can't do it. The problem is I played thousands of hours of an uber deep, complicated game of zombie survival in like mostly in city environments. And then I tried to play Project Zomboid, and the issue there is twofold for me at least. One, it's got about 1% of the complexity, depth, and stuff that Cataclysm has. And two, the movement mechanic in that, it's a real-time game. And the way the characters move makes me feel like I'm a tugboat driver. I feel like I'm piloting a ship, not a person moving around in the environment. And it always drove me nuts. I could never play it for very long. Oh, I guess it's threefold. And then people who have played Project Zomboid will know this reference. Kick, 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 stomp, stomp, stomp. Kick, 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 stomp, stomp, stomp. Kick, kick, stomp, kick, 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 stomp, stomp, stomp. Repeat 4 billion times. Project Zomboid. So that's a gross exaggeration and simplification. But yeah, that's too much of those things and just not enough variety. Variety is the big thing. I don't particularly care about the real-time aspect. I don't think it adds enough for my own enjoyment. And it's just, there's just not nearly enough variety in the game for me. Having come from this game going to that game. Had I found Zomboid first, it'd probably be a different story. But all right. Either Trixie Badger. No, I'm just playing Cataclysm for a end of the year gift for the holidays for, you know, you folks that like Cataclysm. I have no idea what the status is currently. We're just playing a little bit while I chat and do a channel update and, you know, remind people to please support their small content creators, me or others. Very, very important. We're already on day 61. You start on day 61, Slater. That's been the default start for, like, years. I can't even remember how long ago they made that change. 8 a.m., day 61. That is the normal start. You can change it. You can change just about everything. All right. Hey, YouTube chat. Let me catch up on YouTube chat. Vorm, late to the stream. Anything I should know on how you've been enjoying Quasimorph? I'm enjoying Quasimorph quite a bit. You guys seem to be enjoying Quasimorph quite a bit too. That's been probably the most surprising and most viewed game I've had on the channel recently. Partly due to Seth releasing a video on Quasimorph like a couple of hours into my stream. I started streaming it, and then like 2 hours into the stream, Seth dropped his video on it, and then that video got really popular for the next few days and the videos after. But even then, since then, Quasimorph is getting some pretty good viewership. I enjoy it. It's definitely got some time to go to finish getting some things fixed up and added and all that. But I like what they're starting it with. I'm getting it done. Vorm plus CDDA, good times. Yeah, we'll keep moving here in a second. I'm just trying to get caught up on chat real quick. It's been long enough that I think I have a fair number of viewers that have never seen me play Cataclysm and may not have any idea what this game is. PZ needs starting with broken leg and wounds everywhere to get some challenge. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say. I streamed it a few times, but it's been a couple of years, I think, since I last streamed it, and I can't go back. It just doesn't hold anything of interest for me. All right, let's get back to not dying. So we dropped our garbage bag. That frees up my hands a bit. The problem now is going to be I can't unwield the crowbar without dropping it. That's a problem if I have to shimmy up drain pipes and such. It means I have to leave it behind. I don't want to tie a belt loop or anything. I can't apparently put it into the utility vest. It won't fit into the sling pack. There's lots of complicated reasons for this stuff, but it has a length stat, so length of 18 inches. And the sling pack has a maximum capacity. I forget where they show it. Is it down below? Yeah, it's down below in the pocket section. So there's one pocket, and where does it show it? And that's just the raw volume. I don't remember where they show it. Basically, the crowbar is too big. There's no straps on the thing to put it on, apparently. Wherever. But that's what's going on. Alright, let's go see who's in the garage with me, if anybody. It's possible these sound sources are not entirely accurate. So, there's nobody in that wall. It gives you an approximation based on a few factors. It looks like somebody's moving around outside, but not actually in the garage with me. Let's hope that continues. We do now have a crowbar, so we can pry doors open that are locked. Took us a couple of tries on that one. What do we got? Trench coat. Do we want to be a member of the trench coat mafia? It's going to be pretty warm. It will give us some protection, a little bit of protection value. Well as some more pockets. Pockets are always good. What do we got? 6 liters of total capacity in the pockets with a whole bunch of pockets. So it's a lot of small pockets. Oh, see right there. Item length. 0 to 4 inches. That's the issue we're having with the sling pack. Is the crowbar is just too big to fit into a pocket. What are we wearing? I've got a tuxedo. I need actual clothes, not a tuxedo. Let's go ahead. I'm not planning on fighting anything right now, so the increase of our encumbrance... What was that key? Not that one. Not that one. Yeah, nope, not that one. Damn it. Been too long. Where are you, key? That's the one. Lots of information. So we've got encumbrance values for basic body parts. The higher the number, the worse. So the torso, we're sitting at 34 right now. We go to torso, that's because we've got a tuxedo and a trench coat and a sling pack and a utility vest, some of which are on the same layer and they're conflicting with each other, which is causing this extra encumbrance value. And torso encumbrance causes negative effects, which you can see over here. So, throwing off our balance score, our melee throw and attack movement point modifiers, melee attack rolls, all sorts of negative consequences. So, you want to be careful. A lot of details, which I'm not going to dive into. So, I want to find, if I can... That's a light battery. We'll grab a matchbook. I was hoping to find a... duct tape. I was hoping to find a lighter. Oh, I'll grab a permanent marker. I'll tell you what. Give me a second. Close that. Go there. Where it's at. There. 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 Yeah, the rename item is still available. Let's make it more expensive, though. Alright, so I've got my magic marker. You guys can feel free to rename things. Nothing else there. About... Nah, not there either. Get a look at this, much of this vehicle as we can. Ooh, that's in good shape. Got wheels. Got, that's pretty busted. Got at least one perfect condition solar panel. Driver's seat is looking pretty good. It does have a security system, though. And I can't see the engine / motor. Let's take a look. There's a zombie right in the corner. Whoa, full. Oh, not full. 10%, but 10% is plenty for my use. We have wheels. It has no engine. It has no motor. There's no motor. This thing's not going anywhere. Where'd the motor go? Ah, large electric motor. It's all busted. How about the moped? No, not the moped either. Alright, let's hop back in. Think it's time to... So this was not the double-decker house I was thinking. Still not going into that room to the south. Oh, alright, let's head over to this other house. Zombies coming to get me. Ooh. Garage or house with a zombie right behind me. I forget, do we have style as a screamer? Oh my god. Oh yeah, style as a screamer. I forget. So, yeah, it does use the crowbar. Cool. We can use a crowbar or our steak knife. So this is the detail screen on the Eskrima fighting style. It shows all of the techniques that can trigger. You don't control any of this directly. It just happens automatically. It'll pick between techniques that you actually qualify for. We don't qualify for very many. We do qualify for the combination, the stance. We don't even qualify for the round strike. We're one level short. We do qualify for the fan strike, and the snap, and the stunning. Not the low strike. We do have the coordinates. So we got a fairly good mix. We could probably get away with melee fighting this zombie. I'm just worried there's 2 or 3 behind him. I'm going to try to still do mostly avoidance. Food items. Again, I'm not too worried about food. Not yet, anyway. I will take a sports drink, though. Hydration is going to be more important than food. For a little while. What else we got? An RPG die. More candles. Might take that flashlight battery. A lighter with 10 uses. Alright. Popular mechanics. More duct tape. Yeesh, lots of batteries. That's all the batteries I think we need. Not going to worry about pots and pans. There's some clean water. Lots of clean water. That's enough of that. What kind? A Linux t-shirt. Crime novel. No. So apparently those guys that were chasing me got distracted by probably fungal. Oh, the basement. All right. Who's taking odds on roaches? What's the over-under on a roach basement? Been 6 months since I last played. %? Knopfels betting on the weed basement. I'm still hoping to see a Migo basement. Migo Scout. That was hilarious. I just so enjoyed walking down the steps and immediately getting blapped by a Migo Scout. Or a Croc basement, or a Hulk basement. I doubt we're not going to see a Hulk basement. Very, very unlikely. Hey Vorm, always watch your CDDA stuff on YouTube. Have you ever done a zero melee run? So, the answer to any question that starts with, hey Vorm, have you ever in CDDA? The answer is yes. It's yes. With a couple of extremely rare exceptions. Farm? No. Hand reload ammo? No. Set up a faction camp? No. Other than those three, it's a 99.999% certainty. I have done all the other things, if not multiple times. So have I ever done a zero melee run? Sure. I've done a zero kill run. No kills. The run ended when I killed something. And I went quite a ways. So, I mean, that by itself qualifies for your question. Yeah, I've done lots of variations on that. I've done no melee, no range, no fighting of any kind. I've done all of the things so many times. That's why I burned out. I mean, when the challenge list grew past 100, when it went into triple digits, my memory of the individual challenges all completely muddled and faded into each other. I think I don't even know where I ended up with my total challenges count, because I passed 100 years ago, I think. So, yeah. I don't even have any idea which ones to tell you to go look at, or what the names were. There's been so many of them. That's where I run into problems. People are always asking me, hey Vorm, what's a good series to watch for this or that, or did you do this thing, or explore that mechanic, or do this mutation, or that martial art? Yes? I have no idea when or where or what it was called. Usually other viewers are better to ask for that kind of stuff. I just can't remember. Alright, so yeah, let's find out what's in the basement. Shall we close that door? Nothing can see me to the north. Let's flip on the flashlight that's in our backpack that magically provides light. Step on the space, then we will peek the stairs. Nope, we got zombies, and we've got a side room that... What is that? Is that the music room? That could be the random junk room with the canoe and stuff like that. I want to say that might be the music room. Could be a sewing room. There's a few variations what that could be. There's too many zombies in here. We'll take a look, because I'm about to get running anyway. It's just that one side room and a couple of minor zombies. If there weren't three of them, I would actually bash one of these to death, because I could show off maneuvering and fighting and not taking hits and stuff. But three of them's too hard to manage. I don't think we can do enough damage with our low stats to kill them fast enough. So. Oh, and there's somebody in that side room. So, off we go. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this house, unless I backtrack to this small bathroom. What you got? I already got most of the basics that I care about. I don't care about any of that stuff. Alright, start plotting our next move. So we've got a park. Parks are horrifying. I mean, they got tuned down a bit. They're not as bad as they used to be, but a park usually has a ton of zombies, so that's not great. I was hoping to stay pretty clear of enemies. But we might set fire to this building, let some time pass, and then scurry across the other side. Let's go see if we can get into the garage without getting spotted. Really? Electronic lock. I'd have to bash my way in, which burns stamina and makes a bunch of noise. Strength 7. 8 is the base that you start at generally, and then you adjust up, down from there. So we're a bit under strength. And the crowbar is not an awesome bash weapon. It's got bash of 19, which is not terrible. Your strength and the bash value is what's going to mostly determine the damage here. How much noise are we making? 14 sound. So it's reporting how loud my previous action was, and that's basically how far away the sound is traveling. So if there's any zombies within 14, they might come investigate. We still haven't even damaged the door. Yeah, alright, I'm done with that. I'm burning stamina. That's the other danger there. If you spend a bunch of stamina trying to bash in, and then something shows up, you're already at a disadvantage for trying to continue to move. So it's that kind of park, is it? Alright, let's set a fire. Just torch this place. Activate! Mini lighter? Do the match. Now the problem's going to be it takes quite a while. This is why I don't do this when I'm trying to run away from zombies, because it takes forever for the fire to actually get moving. If you've got, I mean, each of those lightings took like 5 seconds or so. I forget, I didn't look, but it takes time. So if you're actively being pursued, trying to do this is really tough. Because if you've got enough time to set a fire, you're better off just continuing to move, not stopping and setting the fire. If you got a fair amount of time and you want to clear the neighborhood, then sure, go ahead and try this. But I still need to get out of the building and get to a safe spot. Because once this catches and starts spreading, the whole building will start making huge noise and it'll attract nearby zombies. Assuming they're not distracted by the fungal. So if I just sit here and wait, like for a minute, you can see how much time goes by before that even moves a space. That's 3 minutes. That's 4 minutes. That's 240 rounds that I could have been moving, and that still hasn't moved from those 3 starting spaces. So, yeah, you know, for the million times people have told me, "Oh, Vorm, you're on the run. Why don't you just set a fire?" This is why. Doesn't work in practice when you're actively being pursued. I mean, you can set the fire and then draw zombies onto it, and they do take damage and die fairly quickly. That's a different strategy, but as try to trap them or distract them in a building, it just doesn't work. Alright, fungal zombies. Ooh, have the fungal zombies taken over the town? Because that'll make my life a lot easier. All I see is fungal zombies. A fungal bulk. Fungal child. So, huh. How's it looking down here? That's still a regular zombie. Made a bit of a mess down there. Wonder if the soldier zombie got converted. We might have soldier gear on the ground. Don't see any soldier type items there. Was the soldier zombie on this street or the one below? I forget. Makeshift crowbar. We already got a full crowbar. No soldier. Alright. I'm tempted to stick around. Take a look at a few things. Uh-oh. Well, that's different. That zombie is a fungal zombie, but it's moving actively. Yeah, that's interesting. Get those two to meet and go after each other, preferably. Another locked house. Damn it. I'm gonna go up the street this way. Go after that other fungal. Leave me alone. He hasn't switched targets yet. Cheese! Still no butter. What happened to the butter? Paper wrapper hidden. Oh, is that it? I think that's the butter. Trying to remember how to how to view that stuff. Another basement. Knee pads. Gotta love the knee pads. No cargo pants. Cargo shorts. I guess it's the time of year. Do we have a shirt as well? A rain poncho. Underwear bottom. A halter top. So shall we go with cargo shorts and a halter top? In place of our tuxedo? Tuxedo's got 11 items. I might not need to be able, or I might not be able to do that. Tuxedo is now... Yeah, Tuxedo is now empty. Go ahead and ditch the Tuxedo. We'll throw on a halter top, cargo short. Got a screwdriver. All right. Oop. Time to check out another basement. Uh-oh. What do we got? A backpack! Unload. Backpack. Where? Backpack. Unload. Sling pack. Get rid of sling pack. Alright. Let's go into the backpack and go into pocket settings and the primary pocket. We are going to... Crap, what was the key? Set priority. P to set priority. Priority 50. Unload. The shorts. Load utility vest. Alright, so everything should be in the backpack now. Oh, trench coat. Load the trench coat. Now everything's in the backpack. 29 items in the backpack, nothing in the random pockets. The reason I'm doing that is having them scattered around between different pockets could be increasing encumbrance values and weight and other stuff. So I made the backpack the primary inventory location for it to dump into. Whatever's the highest priority, that's where it'll go first. So when I pick up new items, it won't just randomly put them in various pockets. Unless I run out of space or volume. Ooh, survival knife. It's open for a combat knife. Survival knife, what are you, 14 pierce, -1 to hit, 77 with just medium block. But we'll take it. I still don't have a place to put the damn crowbar. Got Kevlar thread, a needle, and water purification. Sure. Don't care about that crazy stuff. Do need some more bandages or gauze. We haven't seen too much. Is that a tonfa? What was I seeing there? Oh, telescoping fishing rod. Alright, any fun surprises in the boxes? A floral bikini top? Sneakers! What do you think? Motorcycle boots or sneakers? I'm always torn on that choice. Poor fitting motorcycle boots. Let's switch to the sneaker. The goal is to not get hit. Ah, the poor fitting sneakers too, but I'd rather have the sneakers. Another backpack. A ghost robe. Tourist guide. Activate. Tourist guide. Drop. Tourist guide. Check map. Whoa! What the hell? What's up with the red flashy? What is that about? Well, that's what I'm wanting. I'm taking my long break just so I can be surprised by things, and this is pretty surprising and garish. Is there a toggle blinking? There we go. Toggle highlighting. There we go. Alright. So apparently we have more toggles over here. Is it showing me stuff that got added to the map? Maybe that's why it was doing that. It was showing me stuff that got added or something. So this gives us an idea of what's in the area. We can see the road networks. We can see the names of the other towns. Got a fairly good-sized town in comparison to Brooklyn, where we started over there at Friendship. We've got a big river running through, though. I kind of like this. We got endpoints, endpoint, a couple of endpoints. So, places we can look. I don't want a second backpack. This is probably kids' clothing gear. No, Home 101 Home Repairs, fantasy novel. It's got some books, pencils. Oh, the sewing basement. The sewing basement! So nice to find early game if you plan on sticking around. So awesome monthly book, tons of buttons and fasteners and thread, which is needed now for crafting damn near anything. Some jeans and some leather cat ears. Oh yeah. What else we got down here? Tailor's kit. More tailor's kit. So, very valuable find. You would normally want to definitely mark this. So you'd go to your map. You go note. Tailor basement. Turn the flashlight off. And let's continue our adventures. So, let's see. We've got no other houses. It's time to exit this joint. More cargo shorts. Still no bandages or gauze, other than that one we found. Alright, let's go out this way. And we'll peek the corner here. Aha! Zombies. So that's not good. These guys will chase me. So what I could do is go back in the house, pop out here to have these guys. I'll pop out like here so that I'll also catch any guys here. I'll lead them back this direction, then I'll circle back out the other side, come back out like this window, and then go this direction. Because I need to clear these guys out of my path of movement. Then I want them to chase me off into the distance. So let's go ahead and back up here. So we got a fungus zombie. That zombie, the child zombie can't see me yet, so I'm not terribly worried about a single child zombie. I guess I could let's do the same plan. That zombie should head to the fungal guy. Alright, let's hope there's nothing other than this child zombie out this way while we try to break contact with the city. Problem now is just going to be getting distance. So right now I'm in walk mode. I'm getting my full speed. It's costing me basically my full allotment of points each round to move a space. But the child zombie moves at like, I don't know, 80, 85, something like that. So I am faster. I will open the gap just by walking. That's the real trick. As long as I'm faster than what's pursuing me, even by a single point, while walking, because I'm not burning my stamina and I'm not increasing my movement cost, I will eventually lose any pursuer. Might take me a long time, depending on just what the gap is between our speeds and the distance I have to travel. But yeah, getting away from this city is the #1 concern right now. So let's just accomplish that, preferably without walking into something. Is it foggy? Why is my view range feels cut down? Oh, it is foggy. Weather fog. That's relatively new. I don't think that cormorant's going to come after me. We'll peel that zombie child off on this fungal zombie. He'll stop following me. He'll go after the fungal. You can see how far these fungus guys are. I mean, there's the source. That's 16 spaces there. We're closer to 18 to 19, and we're still seeing fungal. Unless there's another fungal source out here somewhere. If that is the only source, we're talking 18, 19 spaces. That's why I talked earlier about these fungal spaces, and you gotta be careful. And no, it is never worth trying to annihilate a fungal spread. Don't ever bother. Just don't. I'm not even gonna explain why. Just don't. It's not worth it. Just move. Go somewhere else if it bothers you that they're out and about. Now, if I spent any actual time here, I can't actually spend a bunch of time here. It's great, as you saw, for distractions and for easy, quick looting early game. But you can't live here, because as soon as you pass any amount of time, like reading or crafting or sleeping or whatever, they're going to completely cover the entire ground in the entire region with their little fungal beds. And then spores will generate, and it'll slow the game down, and it actually has performance impact issues. But it's also going to be dangerous, because there are going to be so many fungal creatures you might be adjacent to that'll spread the fungus to you. So, great for short-time visits and getting early game stuff. Bad for spending any time. Just leave. The world is literally infinite. Well, not literally. The world is as big as your hard drive can hold, because it just constantly generates ahead of you as you travel. It's built in chunks of world sections, and as you near the edge of a chunk, it'll generate the next one adjacent. So as you move, it just keeps generating. It just completely generates ahead of you as you travel, and it'll do that effectively forever. You'll stop playing from boredom long before you ever find a limit to the world. Alright, so this is not good for us. This does not help me any. We have a serving area interface, this location. Absolutely nothing here that's going to be useful. So, I'm looking for like a remote cabin, or a light industry that has no enemies, or things like that, where we can kind of set up and drop some stuff now that we've gotten out of the city. I also got to decide how long I'm going to stream. So I might just dive back into the city. If I'm not going to stream for very long, it might be more fun just to watch me kind of dance around in the city trying to get stuff done. But we'll see if we can die in the forest first. And maybe we'll get one more random start in to see how that looks. 10 more hours? No. I mean, if you guys want to do like donations per hour, I can set up a fee schedule. I'll stream as long as you guys are willing to pay. Otherwise, I got to stop to eat. Oh, not that water container. This water container. This one's got the high quality H2O. You just couldn't stay away from CDDA? It's not me. It's you guys. You guys are the ones that have the problem. Damn it, why does my screen keep resizing? What did you do? Well, I guess it didn't. Whatever. I got this black bar across the bottom of the screen. It must have changed my terminal height and width or something. Looks even worse. Whatever. You guys have to live with the green bar or the black bar. Belt? What's that? Belt question mark? You mean using a belt to hold the crowbar? Hey there, Radar. I haven't done a subathon. I don't think I've ever done a subathon. If the belt comment on the YouTube side is in reference to holding the crowbar, it's a terrible idea. It has an insane draw time if you try to put a crowbar in a belt, or if you tie a rope around your waist and attach it to the rope, because you're literally having to tie a knot in the rope that holds the crowbar. And it has like I forget the number, it's like a 300 or 500 action point time to wield that item from the belt. So I'd rather just keep it in hand and try not to drop it. If I had I'll tell you what. Spawn an item, I don't care. Belt. Not that kind of belt. I just want a regular hold up my pants kind of belt. Belt loop, leather belt. There we go. Wear leather belt. Wield crowbar to the leather belt. Alright, so we now have a leather belt with a crowbar attached to it. And if I wield it from the leather belt, crowbar, it cost, hey, it only says 46. What's up with that? It used to be a huge amount. That can't be right. That can't be right. Let's try this again. Put that back on the leather belt. You tuck your crowbar into your leather belt. It's not even reporting a cost. The interface sometimes drives me nuts. Wield crowbar. Yeah, it's saying 46 cost. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's definitely different. Who knew? How about the other thing? So if we spawn a rope, we'll do a long. Now we'll just do a short rope. Wield short rope. Put the crowbar in the short rope. Look at that moves. So the short rope is still the way I said. So the crowbar is now being held up by the short rope. And if we try to wield the crowbar, yeah, 1500 both directions. So apparently the belt is okay. The rope is not. So much time just went by. All right. Goodbye, belt. I did not earn you. And goodbye, short rope. Good to know. Worst idea is legit trying to hit an enemy while you're wielding a tank or engine in your hands. I got a video for that. Have you not seen Vormithrax's series on how not to play the Cataclysm DDA game? I got a very specific video for that one. Cataclysm quick slips. Pretty entertaining short videos in that series. A lot of them you would need to be playing, you would need to know the game to understand why they're funny. I mean, some of them are just funny because they're funny, but a few of them, context would help. Is this the real Vorm or the AI generated image? This is the waifu VTuber. I'm really a 13-year-old Chinese girl. Another town. Let's try to get to these other endpoint locations. Man, there's a lot of fungus. So we got an underground laboratory. That's what this gunfire we're hearing underground over here is. So apparently we have a lab underneath us. It'd be pretty cool if it was a central lab. If you remind me, I'll reveal the map and we'll check to see what kind of lab was under there. If it's got shooty turrets, it's not just a subway. Well, yeah, I guess some of them, or most of them, do have the turrets as well. Alright, let's cut across the north end of this town. We got leopard frogs, American toads, fungaloids. We're going to run out of fungal distractions here pretty soon. I haven't seen a single Migo yet. What do you think of the Mind Over Matter mod? I have no idea. I've never heard of that. If it's something that's been released in the last 6 months, I have no opinion. I have no knowledge, no opinion. This is the only Cataclysm I have played in 6 months. I haven't played a minute of Cataclysm in that time, since July 7 or so. And I also have not read the forums, kept up on the news, read the Reddit posts, none of it. I am ignorant. I'm being spotlighted. Hey there, turrets. Riot control platforms. Bunch of bodies. Heelys! I have a love-hate relationship with Heelys and the logic they use for them. So these are the spores I was talking about. These are the one moving fungal thing you don't have to worry about. Well, you kind of do. They can dust you, I think. I forget. I never had to worry about them in the past, but... what do we got? A Cat Dimension t-shirt. Ooh, a lighter. A full lighter. And another flashlight. Don't care. And don't really care. Camera. We could do another safari challenge where I just am challenged to take pictures with a camera of stupid, difficult, dangerous, rare enemies. Those challenges always fall apart in tedium and boredom when the game just refuses to generate those enemies for me. Uh-oh. Wasps. Where you at, wasp? This going to be a wasp-infested radio tower? Still got fungaloids. The edge of a building. What do we got? Evac shelter? Motel. Alright. Unless there's a vehicle in the parking lot. Not going to be too interested in a motel. We've already got a map of the area. Hello, vehicles in the parking lot. You has wheels? You has wheels. You are leaking diesel though, so it's not going to have any it's not going to have any fuel. And broken security system is nice. Damaged engine. It's in pretty good shape, except for the hold 60-liter tank that's dropping diesel on the ground. These vehicles don't usually have 2 tanks, so that's a no. Ooh, we got leather. A luxury electric sedan. Broken security. Oh, please tell me it's got wheels. This we might be able to use. How many zombies are you going to have over here? Is this a different design? Another luxury vehicle. Wow, look at all the leather. Oh, the bees. The wasp is beating up on the zombies. Get him, wasp. Uh-oh, he might lose. I don't remember this design. That's the pool one, but I don't. They must have redesigned it because this is definitely different. Used to be the pool and vending machines and the big office with the desk that had the map that I would always go in to get, but it definitely did not have whatever this is. Toolbox with 7 items. Ooh, fancy. Luxury sedan, luxury coupe, and luxury electric sedan. Yeah, we gotta check that one out. Broken security, integrated heaters and coolers. That's new as well. Got gas? Nope. Got gas? You got a gas tank anywhere? Don't know where they keep the gas tank on this thing. Oh, no wheels anyway, so... wait. Missing 1 wheel. I don't know... Oh, there's the tank. So it's got a tank of gas, it's got broken security, it's got wheels. Faulty engine. That's another thing that can cause us to not be able to drive it. How about you? You got wheels, you got a good engine, broken security. Alright, so yeah, we'll have to take a look at a couple of these. Go away, wasp! Go away! I don't know when he snuck up on me. That's not good. Yeah, go get the zombie. Draining! So we might be able to use it for a short period of time if it runs. We got battery charge, we got gasoline. It's gonna be tough to get it started with the damage to the engine, but it's not faulty. We got wheels. So that should be drivable. Keep looking though. Uh-oh. How about you? Perfect motor, good battery. This should be drivable also. Got wheels, has no security system. I like it. I was hoping to get out without having to go through the bushes. Cool. Whee! It was a wasp-infested radio tower. Damn it. Hoping to get a good view. That's okay. We got a vehicle. Let's stop for a second. Get our stamina back. So you guys don't have to listen to the heavy breathing. Busted stereo. That I didn't check. Oh, must have been the other stereo you were talking about. We have a stereo that works. Forget the keys now. That one. Yeah. Whatever. Forgot the morale screen. A Kraken! We have a possible Migo location. Where you at? Right on the road? So far, just the Graken. This is an interdimensional traveler. Hey there, Mr. Graken. This is some form of eldritch monstrosity, an uncouth black being with smooth, oily skin and unpleasant horns that curve inward toward each other. Tall and thin, the shadows cling unnaturally to its vaguely defined humanoid form as it shuffles along, its hands twitching and spasming so rapidly as to appear a little more than a black blur of claws. Despite the night terror-esque appearance, it doesn't appear aggressive. Yeah, he's just a tourist. He's here visiting our dimension. Nothing to worry about. Swim trunks, don't care, don't need aspirin, don't need any of that, or that. Yeah, nail your law firm interview. Gasoline lantern, that's not too bad. Gas is usually plentiful. Good light source for when you're hanging out in your underground bunker. Beat up vehicle. Is that a campsite up there? A V8 sports sedan with a trashed 4.5 liter V8 engine. Oh, this is light industry. But Ugraken. Right on the road again. Alright, let's go right through the middle of the light industry. Is it populated? Ah, there's the Migo. There's the Migo I was waiting for. It's not a scout though. That is an early game player killer. So many Migos. This is one of the Cataclysms, the interdimensional enemies. Have they still got light industries that have no enemies? Nope. There's at least one technician. Yeah, there's enemies. Alright. This is one of the really, really good places to visit. For multiple reasons. Light Industries got the van more often than not, and there's usually a ton of gas, and it's usually drivable. So, broken security system, should have wheels, it does. Should have gas, it does. Security system's busted. So yeah, it's... Oh, battery. No battery. So, not drivable. And it has a faulty engine, but... Yeah, no. It's fair chance it's going to have something, but there's usually a ton of tools back here. So we got a glow stick and a hacksaw. We got a hedge trimmer, an electric masonry saw, and there's going to be some on shelves here as well, which we'll see when we drive by. There's a few minor books, sometimes up in these offices, and then on the other side, this section back here is another good one. There's lockers here, here, and here that can also give you pretty good tools and welding equipment. And then these rooms usually have a scattering of books, like The Wonderful World of Arthropology. Arthropodology? Whatever that word is. Arthropodology. Alright, what else are we seeing? An anvil? Wow. That's either they changed the drop rate on that, or that's a hella rare one. Welding rods, welding tanks, flat jaw tongs, and an anvil. I can't believe there's an anvil here. Craziness. Not too bad a mix of zombies. Most of them could be easily manipulated, especially with a vehicle. So I drive up the middle, honk the horn as I travel, which pulls the zombies out of the buildings, and then I slow down and I just march them out of the building. And then I do a wide circle around and I come back and I loot what I want. You know, that's the kind of guy I am. Hey, Migo. Migo's messing with the Graken. Poor Graken. Got a dock. Trailhead. So, does my map end there? No, it doesn't. So that's another endpoint just north of us. We'll go check that out real quick. So nice now having a vehicle so we can take a look around. Yeah, so if you haven't seen this game before, we have vehicles. Very detailed vehicle system. As you can see from the vehicle screen, I mean, all of the items. And you can actually make a vehicle basically from the ground up. I mean, almost literally. You can modify vehicles, you can rip stuff off, add stuff, make it bigger, make it smaller, make it heavier, make it lighter. change out the components. We'll change out the off-road and rolling drag values, which might change the fuel efficiency or the energy efficiency. You can make little tiny bikes. You can make huge mega fortresses, mobile mega fortresses, with bristling with turrets and all sorts of stuff. Boats are pretty dope too. Boats are dumb. We will agree to disagree, Ardent. Boats are dumb. The water system in Cataclysm is still hella anemic and useless. Ah, damn it! I can't get up there easily. Forest is going to block my access because of this stupid roadblock. That is not going to be easy for me to drive around. Trees are just a little too inconveniently placed. Almost make it through over here, except for that tree. Too many over there. I don't want to deal with it. We'll just drive somewhere else. So we'll ignore that. Let's go. Where should we go? Guess we'll head back down, see what these two are and what our travel path might look like. So we are in an electric vehicle. There are advantages and disadvantages. This one does not have solar panels, so once we run the batteries out, which isn't going to take too long, we're done. I got no convenient early game way of recharging the batteries. The other vehicle I looked at earlier actually had solar panels, so I could let it sit for a while and let it recharge. But this one, we're just going to run on the batteries until it's gone or until we find a better vehicle. The benefit, though, the big benefit for the electric motor and vehicle is it's whisper quiet. So, over here, 18 sound? 18 sound? What the hell? This thing is 18 sound? Slowing down didn't change anything. Oh, the radio's playing. Never mind. Never mind. Don't mind me. Been a while. Got me some slack. There we go. Sound 0. Whereas in a gasoline vehicle, depending on the vehicle and the engine and the muffler and various factors, it could be a really loud vehicle and it could make enough noise that you're constantly attracting zombies nearby, which is a very important consideration. But this vehicle, especially at night, you can take advantage of it because it makes no sound. So you can just glide into towns and do some quick in and out raiding of buildings without having to worry about attracting nearby zombies en masse. So very, very helpful. The downside is it's made of aluminum foil. So it's so light. Actually, this one's got regular frames. This one's not too bad. The solar panel ones are made of tin foil and bubble gum. So they fall apart pretty quickly if you ram anything. Shrubbery, zombies, bushes, whatever. You can damage those and break them pretty easily. This one's actually made of full strength frames. Kind of surprised. But no solar panels. And no charging stations that work anymore. Have they added charging stations to the game? I'm not sure if they've added charging stations. Just cruising through the countryside. I've got a couple of memories of spending, you know, 1 or 2... God damn. Wasps again. Oh, not wasps. Fungal. Are we still in? Oh, yeah, we got closer. That's right. So we're back into the fungal range of that thing. That's fine. This is just an evac shelter anyway. Good starting place for new players, but holds no interest for me, really. I guess we could stop in real quick. An abandoned one. It's got the graffiti on the walls, so there won't be much in here. Get a non-abandoned one for your start. It randomizes between a few versions of this this thing. A good starting location. Hop up onto the roof, take a look around, smash a solar panel, get some parts. Get some 60-liter tanks out of the standing tank. I have a video on evac shelter starts and how you can take advantage of the various materials. Hello? Any zombies? No zombies? Yeah, not going to be much in here. It's already been looted. Well, they left a few protein rations. Unfortunately, the other endpoint is just a trailhead. So we got trailhead sucking up all my endpoints, road endpoints. Hate when that happens. Whoa. Almost overturned there. Oh, ants! Fungal and ants overlapping. Haven't seen the ant nest yet. Benefit we have is the whisper quiet car. The ants get really annoyed by sound. So if you trundle through an ant area in a noisy vehicle, they'll all just come running right at you. But in this vehicle, head south now and hope that goes through. It does not. I don't want to. Actually, this is full frames. We can take some bush strikes. Gotta dodge the aphids. Whoops, nicked one. We're hoping to find a way to connect to the road network to the south. This forest could block me the entire way, though. Depending on how the map genned. Sometimes we get lucky, sometimes we don't. And we're getting cut off again. It's just going to be a continuous line of forest all the way across. I don't want to loop all the way back and check if there's a connector point there, so I guess we'll just keep following the forest edge. Hoping that it stops at some point, lets me curl around. Nope, it's not looking good. Yeah, you can get into a lot of fun shenanigans with vehicles of different types. I have fond memories of ending one of my challenge runs with a big armored... Was it an armored van or a Humvee? I forget exactly which vehicle I was using. Maybe it was a SWAT truck one. I don't know. Done so many. But I ended the run. We finished the objectives. The challenge was complete. And we ended the run by... There was like a mansion here. And my vehicle was here. We had a long straightaway. And I just kicked it up to 100 and some kilometers or miles per hour. And we charged right at the mansion. And we managed to get about a third of the way into the mansion with the first run. Then we backed through the rubble. Ran at it again, and I actually managed to punch my way through an entire mansion inside the vehicle. It was hilarious. Good times. Folding knife, Bushmaster casings, and random dirty clothing. Lots of random dirty clothing, none of which I care about. So many memories. So many disjointed, foggy, disconnected... non-specific memories. I wouldn't be too impressed with Vormithrax's driving skills. I mean, any task that you perform for multiple thousands of hours, you're going to be pretty good at. Got another endpoint right up the road here. Body disposal site with the truck and the gear. Without the truck. Does have the gear though. Good place if you can deal with the zombies. It's a good place to get gas mask cartridges. There's the cartridges, oxygen, and there should be gas masks inside the tent here. So sometimes I'll lead the zombie crowd up to the right, to the northeast, and then I'll do a long circle around park here, smash the wall of the tent, grab it, and then take off running. Gas mask isn't the end-all be-all it used to be after they nerfed it from giving 100% immunity to toxins and diseases and so on. That's what, the water plant? Pump station, yeah. Pump station's pretty good. You can find some pretty good stuff at the pump station, pool-wise. We'll take a look in the pump station real quick. People haven't seen the game can kind of get an idea of just how much diversity there is. Let's go up here first. Zombie spotted. I don't care. Bring the zombies. Look at that. We got a good battery for the flashlight. Bolt cutters, long ropes, pretty useful. Clothing. Work coveralls. Steel-toed boots. All poor fit, though. Safety glasses are pretty good. And more mostly poor-fitting stuff. Ooh, steel-toed boots fit, though. Let's leave it. Let's keep our sneakers. An adjustable wrench is a good find. The compactor that I don't believe any longer compacts. I don't remember when these stopped working. If they did, maybe I've misremembered or they've changed it. Kerosene. I guess we have lots of kerosene laying around now. Hey, flashlight. Show me the corners. What do we got? Kitchen tongs, a funnel, copper tubing. Hey, fitted clothes. Mostly. The tool belt's pretty good. I think we can do the crowbar and the tool belt, right? Wield, crowbar, tool belt. That's what I was hoping for instead of the standard belt. What else we got? Short rope, shovel, nuts and bolts, which you need a lot of nowadays. Oh, like you can see. Gas forge. Gas forge hanging out. Block and tackle. What's in the back of the vehicle anyway? Lug wrench, scissor jack, and the wheel. Some fruit leathers and a wallet. What's in the wallet? Just some cash card and some bills. You got into the faction camp? Yeah. More power to you. My NPC allergy prohibits me from extended contact with that whole system. I'm still waiting for the long promised, not yet delivered total overhaul of the NPC interaction system. And at this point, I don't think it's ever going to happen. I just can't stand the whole interface system for the NPC stuff. Drives me nuts. What do we got over here? Oh, we're on the edge of town. We're on the edge of Waterbury. All right. I guess I need some feedback from you guys. What do you want to see me do or try to do or what? I could just dive into the town and have some fun. Me just driving around the environment's not going to be all that interesting. I just wanted to do a little bit of it to kind of give folks an idea that haven't seen the game before. What it's like. We could also just pile drive this vehicle into a building or something, start a new one, and do like a late game start so we can see some of the fun stuff, and I can just kind of teleport around and show stuff off, or what? What's been added in the last 6 months? No idea. Not a single clue. I've been completely avoiding all contact with Cataclysm for the last 6 months. A boat rental with an overconfident officer. Well, hi there. Gun in hand, this police officer is determined to make a last stand against the horde. So, hostile to me? It's using the shady zombie graphic. And does he really have a gun? And is he gonna come after me? Not moving. Can you try to use a tank weapon? There aren't any tanks in the base game. A long time ago, there was a mod that added a bunch of military vehicles. The best we got in the base game. All right, let's stop pretending I'm actually playing. We'll just take requests. Vehicle, no, spawn, vehicle. We got the APC, the Armored Personnel Carrier. We got the Humvee. We've got the military truck, but we don't have any tanks. There's no tanks. Not in the base game. And I don't know if any of the mods that added that stuff is still available or not. Go-kart. Yeah, we actually do have a go-kart track now. I forget what it's called. Racetrack, go-kart. Map. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and reveal the map. Map editor. Oh, which one was it? Not edit terrain, furniture. I forget some of the commands for some of this stuff. I don't think that's the one I want. That's the one I want. Over map editor. Special rack? No. Race? No. I forget what they call it. It's one of the newer ones. If I can spot it quick. Unless somebody knows, and I can look it up. I'm probably not gonna be able to spot it. I do know there's one, but I don't remember what they call it. So many locations. Is it cart? Yeah, it probably is karting. Karting 1. Indoor? I don't remember what it looks like. I think we're gonna have to hop inside to take a look. Wow, it's indoor. I've never seen this one. Yeah, look at this. Multi-level kart track. Cool. Fancy. This is definitely new. I'd never seen this before. Where are the carts actually at? Are there any carts inside? Where is the office? There they are. Pretty tight corners here to start, though. Whoa. I mean, it looks cool. It's going to be a nightmare to try to maneuver, though. Just because of the sizes. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Definitely couldn't do it at speed. Leaking fuel. Whoops. Didn't cut the corner enough. That's alright. Yeah, dive from the vehicle. Why not? Whee! Hey there, Rem. Happy New Year to you. How do helicopters work? Terribly. It's just one of those gimmicky things that got added and never really supported and has no real useful function and so many strange secondary issues and stuff that I don't know why anybody ever bothers. So yes, there are helicopters. No, I don't consider them useful in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, go crazy if you're interested in that kind of thing. Okay. So, yeah, new stuff. I've seen a few new things. But like I said, I'm still not done with my hiatus. If people demand it, I'll watch this video. And unfortunately, the comments about possibly doing one episode of Cataclysm a month or a couple times a month or something, just as a help new players kind of thing, and kind of talk about the game and demonstrate stuff. I'd be willing to do that for a few hours, but that comment is buried in this live stream a couple of times, and most people tend to skip around. So who knows if I'll get any responses to that. But definitely not regular long-term play, where I'm not... I haven't had enough time to purge the memory systems and have the game change. What I'm looking forward to is more of the, holy crap, what's that? And oh my god, I can't believe I died to that. I want to be saying that a lot more. And it's still too like the game I left 6 months ago. I'm sure there's lots of other changes, but I don't know how noticeable they're going to be. Let's actually bail out real quick. And if we go new game in sure. I'm curious what the mission list looks like now. So my first test game before I went live, they gave me the Brave New World or something, where you have to set up a faction camp, and they dump you into an evac shelter where you can immediately start it, and you've got followers right then as well. Come on, game, finish loading. Good old multi-pool, single pool. You don't even get these anymore unless you know where to go to turn them on, but you know, they're still available. I think it'll be, they might wait until the next stable before they get rid of these options. So scenarios. Friends to the end. I don't recognize that one. You and your friends always talked about what you do when the world ended. Now it's come true and you've made your way to a remote cabin your friend Liam always said to head for. Been a hell of a journey. You hope Liam and the others made it in one piece. Liam's cabin. Normal start. Check to see if Liam is okay. I mean, alright. Well, I guess it guarantees some NPC interaction right at the start. Fungal infection, RBD, lab stuff, portal dependent, helicopter crash, close encounter? Shattered sky? I think we might have had shattered sky. I don't remember close encounter. The storms, I remember. Hunted? We did hunted a few times. It was okay. Vehicles make this one kind of unless you restrict yourself to not running the guy over with the first vehicle you come across. It's interesting if you don't do that. Bordered. My issues with bordered was the size of the bordered area was just way too big. I mean, most new players would never use the area that was bordered to begin with. It was so huge. I didn't really feel like I was enclosed or lacking of anything. I think they changed that, or they made it variable. Car crash between a rock and a hard place. Bandits nearby. Oh yeah, we had that one large building. Get the name of it. Skyscraper? Skyscraper something or other. Surrounded in the dark. Lost underground. Yeah, Brave New World. That's the one they started me with in my test game. Been a year since the apocalypse, and winter is fast approaching. You and your company have managed to gather up enough supplies to finally settle down somewhere, away from the death and destruction. Life has been hard for you, but in your heart, you still hold a vision of a bright future lying ahead. A time to every purpose under heaven. Year 2 start. So that's a year later. I love it. It says scenario flag, no starting NPCs. Yeah? Yeah? Really? Let's check out the no starting NPCs. Sure, set up a evac shelter base. Name it Foobar. Already have a bulletin board, huh? No sufficient sort zones. That's oh my god. No! I don't want to see that interface. Hey, other NPCs. No starting NPCs. I get what they mean by that, but... The community of Foobar. So yeah, what I don't like is this. This is the NPC system. Nested menu systems. Talk to Rebecca, then another system. I want to set miscellaneous rules, so we're like too deep. This one's not going to go any lower. 3 deep. Then you got to do the menu system. It's just layer after layer after layer after layer of this stuff. And NPCs are so idiotic that you're constantly fiddling in here to try to keep them alive. I can't put up with it. That and the NPCs just always get me killed. Meaning, trying to keep them alive always gets me killed because they're such idiot. Terrible. So bad. Glad they're here for people to enjoy, just not Vormithrax's cup of tea at the level I play at. I just can't use them. They're too slow. They literally are just terrible. I'd be happy if there were no NPCs, honestly, but I don't expect or want them to balance or create the game around my personal preferences, especially not after so many thousands of hours. I stay out of those conversations. Can you have children with NPCs to extend your community? I don't believe so. I don't think they have any systems like that. No romancing. That, and what's the point? That's the other thing, is why bother? The blob already won. The world is over. Alrighty. Let's see. Check a couple of things. Alright, so that is Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. You guys are familiar. You go back to Doink. And Doink. EU. Oh, wrong one. Put me back where I belong. Good enough. Okay. I think that's enough for the Cataclysm for now. Without having a specific goal or anything, it's just me kind of wandering around, and I haven't forgotten how to do that. Chances of me dying are fairly low in a standard world. Could definitely happen depending on circumstances, but yeah, no, not too much of a challenge there. More of a just revisit a fond gameplay memory. So, you know, if, like I said, if you're interested in Cataclysm stuff, I'd have no problem doing very short-term, once a month type of thing, but that's about it. I just don't think there's enough people that would be interested in that kind of a thing. So, otherwise, I'm going to continue my absence from Cataclysm. But you know, you guys, your input is valuable, so let me know on Discord and chat and comments and all that kind of stuff what you want. So to briefly recap before I end this particular stream and go get something to eat, you know, new year. We stopped playing Cataclysm 6 months ago. I'm going to continue that. Started multi-streaming to Twitch and YouTube, which has had several impacts to the negative for the channel's revenue on the YouTube side especially, because it's very unfriendly format and very not discoverable. Only about 8 or so people generally watching the YouTube live streams. So I'll try to fix some of that by being more consistent about my streaming schedule. I'm going to try hard to ease myself into a steady streaming schedule so you guys know when and where I will be. Continue playing new games on the channel, starting a brand new channel focused on tabletop board games. You missed that conversation earlier, you know, either rewind or briefly. I'm going to be returning to my board gaming roots and doing some tabletop stuff. Canned episodes for YouTube as well as some live stream stuff I'm going to try to do. Both actual tabletop, cardboard and plastic stuff, as well as digital versions of tabletop games and even computer games specifically that are original computer games but are super heavily influenced by tabletop mechanics and systems and all that. So a variety of things. It'll be a new channel that I'm setting up, and I'll announce when I've got some content and got the channel fully set up. So it'd greatly help out if you guys would sub and, you know, watch some of that stuff so we can grow that side of things, and I can start contacting game companies, see if they'd be interested in having me showcase their products or do videos and stuff. So schedule, board game stuff, support your small content creators through whichever option you're happiest with, whether it's YouTube, super chats and memberships, Twitch, bit tips and gift subs and sub tiers, Patreon, Coffee or Ko-Fi, Ko-Fi. No fee, Ko-Fi. Yes, Ko-Fi. It rhymes with no fee. So Ko-Fi, both very quick and easy to use to provide support, or direct PayPal submissions as well. So I think that'll wrap up with 2023 for me. So I'm going to try to be on tomorrow. Continuing with some Quasi-Morph. I need to get Death Road's tournaments finished up. Oh, I should announce Death Road's tournaments. Let's just say now, I'm going to do Death Road's tournaments tomorrow. I have 3 keys for that game to give away, which I will do tomorrow. So if you see Death Road's tournaments showing up on a live stream tomorrow, make sure you check it out, because I'm going to do a giveaway of 3 different keys. So there you go. We'll do that. Some Quasi-Morph. I'm still working on some of the tabletop stuff, so I got to put some time into that. But it'll be a brand new year, so hope to see you then. I greatly appreciate everybody hanging out today for some a little bit of Cataclysm play and overview, while I did a lot of chatty, tucky stuff. Hope you have a great new year, and we'll catch you in the new year. So have a great evening, everybody. Stay safe out there.